Hello. Welcome to Tempting Fate, and welcome to part 2 of our Into the Spiderverse adventure. Welcome everybody.
Look at this table.
Look at it. Yeah, it's a very nice table. We have, of course, let's see, our regulars is always Marquia McCarty, Gina DeVivo, Sam Lev,
That's me.
and Raven Domse. And our special guest for tonight is Mr. Xander Janner, Library Bards.
Hey,
Honorary library.
Yeah.
They have trained us so well on S.H.I.E.L.D. and C6.
Pavlov.
Ring.
So last week you met everybody's Spider Heroes. We got the game started. I'll do a little recap of the action before we get started, and we'll reintroduce everyone. So you remember. Enthusi Army. Thank you. Hello. And Deacon Sundry. Hello. Hello, everybody. Yeah. So. First, we'll just take care of the quick, the off-the-top business. Tempting Fate logo shirts are available through the Save and Throw T-shirt thing.
Wear this shirt.
Dom is putting
Look
a link
like
in. Yeah, like this. Exactly. Dom is putting a link in the chat. And if you want to get any of the hacks that we have played, any of the hacks of that we've played here on the show previously, they are all available in the Tempting Fate Discord. Thank you, Librarian Liz, for the reso.
Yay!
And the game we play here is Lasers and Feelings. It is a one-pager by a brilliant game designer named John Harper. Follow him on Twitter. Check out his other games like Blades in the Dark.
Blades in the Dark is so good. Okay,
Great
done.
stuff. And thanks to Dom and everybody at Saving Throw for making Saving Throw possible. Actually, it's really you who make Saving Throw possible. Jesse Leaf. Thank you for the sub, Jesse Leaf. Saving Throw is entirely supported by your donations and your subscriptions, and you've been incredibly generous with us. Denova, hey, resub times 15, Denova, thank you. We have Denova the Penguin here. Yeah, this is Denova the Penguin. And thank you for the sub, Kate Quintel.
Hello.
So as always, we appreciate your generosity, and to help keep things fun, we've got some rewards and incentives. As always, there are carrier penguins, and you should check out the official carrier penguin by our friend Meaning of Night. You can go to @TemptingFateRPG, or pretty much anybody's retweeted it. It's all the villains we fought last week, Scorpion and Shocker and Green Goblin and the Spot, all done up as penguins, and it's great. And carrier penguins are available. You can send a message to us or to whoever. I see a couple of them have already gone. And then we have reward tiers. So here are the reward tiers. There were a lot of rerolls in play at the end of last time, so there are no rerolls tonight. So the only way to give out rerolls is through subs. But if we get to $25, we get to the tier we're calling Smoke Beer. Speaking of, we're there.
Smoke Beer Heist.
2666.
That's how they roll.
Morpheus,
Yeah.
thanks for the
Also,
sub.
have been doing Marvel Universe numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Since
It's been like really,
this is already
they've been doing
Okay.
They've been doing other references I don't really understand.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of that's gonna go over my head.
Everything goes over my head. I'm sorry.
Since this one is already unlocked, we can start off right off the bat. The $25 tier is called Squeaker Parker, the Spectacular Spider Mouse. And Gina gets a second. Gina gets a second character for tonight. You are also playing Squeaker Parker, the Spectacular Spider Mouse. Yeah,
He's so realistic looking.
I love this mouse.
What? That's incredible.
Like, for most of the episodes in the last season of Tempting Fate, we had this mouse.
Aww.
It was amazing.
We found a way
It was
to
the best thing.
work it in.
This mouse is one of our most reliably bookable guest stars.
That's fact. That's a big fact.
That was $25. And if we get to $50, we have a spider theme. Xander will write and sing a one-verse song for his Spider Sona set to the tune of the old Spider-Man theme song. Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So we get a customized sort of library bard song.
Unlicensed.
Unlicensed.
Illicit.
Yeah.
And that's Spider theme. And if we get to $75, we have what we're calling the symbiote. A randomly selected spider hero will temporarily bond with the venom symbiote.
We go evil!
And turn
We're gonna do
Yes! You know how much I love this.
I love it.
You know that I don't hold by symbiotic like creatures of any kind.
I need it.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't do
This will
that.
be a new thing for you. Yeah.
Brand new thing for me.
Oh my goodness.
And as you can see, Murky is clearly terrified of the prospect.
No. One of us is going evil.
Something happened. Okay. So yeah, that's $75.
Dark of Nate,
Venom.
thank you.
Dark of Nate.
Dark of Nate, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
And we've got the
So spider theme.
Another theme. Give me a chance. I'll sit.
Well, it'll be the end of the show.
Cool,
So
good,
you have the
okay.
whole. And if we get to $100, we have a story tier we're calling Shot at Redemption. Webb, our hero Webb, played by Markia, will get a chance to save the Peter Parker of this universe.
Oh my God.
Will history repeat itself?
Oh wow.
Or
You got a
will
lot of
Webb
character
save
growth
Peter
to do,
Parker this
Bully.
time?
Wow.
She's not wrong.
And if we get to $150, by the way, there's no guarantee that it's going to come out well. Yeah. If we get to $150, a showdown like last week, Spider Rave will encounter their archenemy,
Who is Ben?
who is Evil Ben.
And you know, Ben always good things happen to Ben in these universes.
Oh, damn.
no.
Too soon.
Yeah. So let's see what happens there.
And if you are generous enough, if we get to $200, we have If They Be Worthy. Spidey will get a chance to pick up the Hammer of Thor in a trivia minigame.
Oh, frack.
The subject
This
of the
was so
trivia is moral philosophy.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm good for this. This is my college major. I'm good for this. Maybe,
We're
probably.
going to find out if they be worthy.
Let's find out.
I've
I was
seen The
really
Good
more of an
Place.
epistemologist, but we'll see. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can't.
Wow, Sam puns. You know what to do. And thank you, Stranger Reader.
Thank you.
Oh, that unlocks Venom.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Be right, UK.
You right, UK?
Oh, BK Right UK. Oh my God, and
Oh,
that's
wow.
the Shot at Redemption.
Ooh.
Wow, it's all happening.
Start writing.
So many things.
So next is the showdown. Then
Our
if they be
audience is
worthy,
wonderful.
and if we get to
Yeah.
$250 tonight.
What happens if we get to 250?
If we get to 250, Galactus is nigh. The Devourer of Worlds come to New York, and since you are in New York, our Spider team will find themselves, for better or for worse,
Oh no.
up against Galactus for a little while.
Do we have Squirrel Girl?
Yeah.
No, we have Squeaker Parker.
That's Cougar Parker.
We
Yeah.
have our rodent hero.
Now I wish you had Squirrel Girl, but maybe next week. Maybe next week. So those are the tiers. As always, subs get to give players rerolls, and tonight those will be the only way to get rerolls. There are 3 rolls on the table, which anybody can draw on. I have, I think, 7, and everyone else has got theirs. Let's see, what else is there? That, I think, takes care of all the pregame business. We got some rerolls to give out, actually. So, Librarian Liz sends their reroll to Sam.
Thank you.
Yay.
Liz.
And Enthusi Amy sends their reroll to Xander.
Ooh, thanks, Amy. She knows I need
You
it.
have mended your ways.
Yes.
I remember that last reroll. I track all of them, baby. Just so you know.
Usually she gives them to Rick.
Oh.
Sometimes
I
she
know.
does. Sometimes she's done it to the table.
Sure.
Sometimes she's done it to guests.
I
which
don't
is a
remember
very
any of those
hospitable thing
times,
to do.
Amy.
Down it's wild and unpredictable. Thank you, Amy. It was a good pick. And Denoba sends their reroll to the table.
I'm generous as always.
Yeah. And Jesse Leaf sends their reroll to Xander.
Oh, thank you, Jesse.
Meritorious.
Yeah.
And Morpheus sends Morpheus 930 sends their reroll to Sam.
Thank you.
And Kate Kintail
I have
sends
candy
their
in the other
reroll
hand.
to the table.
Yay.
Yay!
For the people.
I hope the table appreciates it. I hope you appreciate it.
And and our first 4 tiers are
The
unlocked.
table
The next tier
remembers.
is the showdown between Spider Rave and their arch enemy, Spider-Hide, Ben Parker.
That's what's coming up.
That's the next tier.
Spider-Hide.
Okay. Yeah, that's the next one.
Is there
and-
a goatee?
Of course. Well, I don't want to.
That's the next tier after that. And yeah, so that is that. And now we're playing Spider-Man. It is a hack for John Harper's Lasers and Feelings. Real quick, the way this works is everybody's got a number between 2 and 5. A high number means they're better at what we're calling thwippy tasks, technology and science and cold rationality like Mr. Spock stuff. And a low number means you're better at quippy tasks, intuition, diplomacy, seduction, kind of, Captain Kirk stuff. And when something is in conflict, I'll call for a roll and let you know if it's going to be a thwippy or quippy skill. And if it's thwippy, you want to roll under your number. If it's quippy, you want to roll over your number. By virtue of last week, now everyone's got automatically 1 die. We have a puppy snoring. Harold,
the soothing sound.
The official saving throw puppy, Harold.
He's like a sweet little old man.
Yeah.
Like he just greets us at the door and he's so happy. And then once we start playing, it's like, I'm just going to be over here sleeping.
Also a marvelous guest star as Peter Pepper.
Yes. Peter Pepper.
Yeah, we have Peter Pepper. It's no big deal. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we do have Spider.
Peter Pepper.
Spider dog.
Spider dog, yeah.
Dog.
Depending on how you pronounce
Spider
it.
dog.
Such spider, much dog.
Yes.
Wow.
It's very personalized, how you pronounce that, right? But yeah, so you can roll 1 die automatically, 2 if it's something you're prepared for, 3 if it's something you're an expert at. If nothing succeeds, it backfires on you. If 1 succeeds, you barely manage at some kind of cost. If 2 succeed, you do what you want to do. And if 3 succeeds, you get some kind of success with style or extra bonus or something like that. And if you roll your number exactly, you can ask Aunt May. Aunt May, the sort of cue of this Spiderverse, will kick in on your earcom and be able to answer questions for you, most questions, or at least give you a new piece of
Important
information.
casserole related information.
Yeah, a lot of casserole
Shepherd's pie.
Related information.
Important
questions.
lasagna related information.
Imported popsicle related information.
Yeah, that's right. Carve popsicles.
Yeah.
And
Very serious.
so
Asking the important questions.
Yeah.
real quick, I'm going to take you through the spider heroes that we met last week, just to refresh everybody's memory of who's everybody's playing. And something I forgot to do last week, somebody pointed out to me, is I should have had everybody sort of like describe their like costume and their sort of, you know, their characters' like superhero appearance a little bit more in depth. So I'm just going to real quick recap everybody, and then we'll stop for a second. And if you want to talk for like a second about, you know, what your general, you know, are you a hooded spider character or a masked one or what? Or, so that dog is snoring so loud.
Yes.
And it's so unbelievably soothing.
Yeah, it's like a cat's purr, but it's a dog.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like a really loud cat purr. No, that's going to be great for
Like
keeping the
ocean
entertained.
waves, but puppy purrs.
So let's start. Markia is playing Felicity Flash Thompson, the Flash Thompson of her universe, who is also the spider hero Web. Web is a 4, which makes her quippy. Which makes her thwippy. And her personality is she's like a daring brawler type. And in her universe, she got the spider powers, and then, you know the story, one thing led to another, and she sort of failed to save the Peter Parker of her universe, a high school kid who she was sort of bullying at the time, and she learned that with great power comes great responsibility, and is now trying to do the right thing as Web. And why don't you talk for a second? What do you think Web looks like?
Yeah. Oh, but real quick, she wasn't bitten by a radioactive spider. It was a magically enhanced radioactive spider. She was pushing puny Parker during some science thing and ended up getting the bite instead of him. And for her tragic origin story with like Peter Parker dying, because it seems like this is going to come up later. So with that, she had. She's a former track star too.
Hey, thank you, Miss Margaret.
Thank you.
And what happened was that she did the underground fighting thing, like and ended up winning. She wasn't pulling her punches, and she was like hurting people. So she's walking away with money, and then one of the dudes like robbed, the place for what was left, and like started running. Peter, unbeknownst to her, had known that she had changed, that she was different, that she was, well, basically she was tougher and everything, and like hitting a lot harder when it looked like she wasn't even trying. So scientist that he realized that was happening, so he was following her, and he saw this criminal go past me. He's like, hey, you have to do something. Be like, what are you talking about? I don't have to do anything. Be like, I know you have powers and everything like that. And then he ran after the criminal instead. And when that happened, he ended up being killed, and so did his Uncle Ben, who was trying to save him. So she's standing over him, and like with his last breath, he goes, with great power comes great responsibility. So she confesses to Aunt May with everything. Aunt May is, in her dimension, head of Parker Industries. She's a leading scientist, and Aunt May becomes like her Q and outfits her out. So she does not have webbing. She has interdimensional webbing. So it's like, because it's magically enhanced. So which is why she went web more than she went spider anything. So for her outfit, it's actually pretty androgynous looking. She has a Kevlar plate. So there's no like, oh, Spanx boobs like you usually get with like things. So it's like a Kevlar plate, athletic build. It's more like dark purplish blue for her overall outfit. She has a hood that pulls out, and then she can pull her mask over to cover, everything's covered. And then there is like this silver webbing. It starts very light on the fingertips, and then it goes huge onto the chest, which is also where she wants people to focus on because it's Kevlar plated.
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of like that Batman thing where it's like, yeah, here's what you want to shoot. And the design is a very designer-like web, like on there.
Cool.
Web is 2 B's.
Web with 2 B's. And Gina was Alistair Wolcott, Spider Wolfman. Very British. And Spider Wolfman was a 3, making him quippy-ish, just on that side of quippy. And the personality was a curious brawler. And Spider Wolfman has poison claws and a poison bite, and can burrow and sort of can run at like wolf speed, and has some wolf qualities that come out on a full moon.
It's give and take. You know, equal, spider, wolf.
Man.
All of the parts.
It's right in the name.
All of the parts.
What does
What does my costume look like?
Yeah, what does Spider Wolfman look like?
Well, I sort of still have an old school aesthetic. I was bitten by a wolf many, many, many years ago when I was a young lad. So I still have my newsy cap that I sort of... It's the one thing that I never throw away. You have to Febreze it quite frequently. It is sort of, a brown tweedish. I kept that aesthetic throughout my costume. It's brown and black, sort of tight to the body, but not too, not spandex. Sort of. I've invested in a lot of science and labby sort of things that they build things for me. Obviously. As I explained last time, my spider has a little bit of both. So it's the elongated legs, except the bottom of the legs are slashes, like claws. I have gauntlets on the side that can retract and extend large metal claws. I am still very, very not immune to silver. So have to avoid that at all costs. And then, that's sort of my jam.
Awesome. Thank you, Spider Wolfman. And Sam was playing Pax Parker, a.k.a. Spidey, or Spider Wheels.
Sometimes Spider Wheels. Don't fight the brand. Don't fight the brand.
Their number is 2, which makes them quippy, and their personality is daring brawler, and they can make web decoys with their webbing, and they have a chair is super tricked out by Ned Leeds to have web shooters and a retractor ratchet for quick vertical scaling while shooting stuff.
Because just doing pull-ups is a thing I can do, but I'd get tired.
Tell us a little bit about what Spidey looks like.
Yeah, so hopefully this shows up.
Ooh.
Little bit Scarlet Spider inspired, but there's something a bit different.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger. Oh wait, I can't put my finger. It's a wheelchair. Spider Wheels is, as you'd think, a WCMX athlete. If you don't know about WCMX, by the way, it's like BMX for wheelchairs. I would highly recommend going and checking out Aaron Fotheringham, aka Wheels. He literally has his own Hot Wheels toy.
Whoa.
It's incredible. He's performed with Nitro Circus, invented the wheelchair backflip, the wheelchair front flip, and the wheelchair double backflip, and has done like 50-foot front flips. Just absolutely off the chain, amazing athlete. And so I thought, what if that kind of athlete has spider powers?
Uh-huh.
So I have those.
Wow, they sent me some YouTube links. Check it out.
I'll see if I can post one of those YouTube links because
I want to see.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Inventing a backflip and then going, now I'm just going to do it again.
You don't have to do
Yeah,
it 50 times.
Just do it. He's going to do it all the time.
I'm gonna do it till I barf.
There are so many moves on top of that that he
amazing.
invented. He's incredible. He's just absolutely transformed the art form. I've done WCMX a couple times and it's
Ooh.
of course I did. I've been going fast on wheels. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I am, and Pax Barker is even more of that. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I lost my Aunt Jane Jamie Jameson, the cousin of J. Jonah Jameson, Aunt May's wife. Yeah, but it's fine.
Gay, I love it.
Gay.
So
You made
good,
it
so good. Oh,
Sounds
man.
fake to me.
There's just a lot of energy here.
yeah. It radiates.
I would have guessed.
I know, big
Ravenny.
Hey!
Ravenny was playing Renee Edwards, also known as Spider or Spider Rave or.
We're figuring so Ray or Renee, who goes by Ray, who is the Aunt May of her world, is still trying to figure out her name. So Spider.
And she is a 5, which makes her a thwippy character, and her personality is Curious Tinker. And she shoots these kind of glow-in-the-dark webs that come out sort of in different colors and stuff, but they don't always work very well. Although, because of your generosity last week, she now has an Iron Spider outfit designed by Shuri.
right.
Wow.
With with the
Shuri
personality
from
of
Wakanda designed her Iron Spider.
Oh my
I know,
God.
Shuri is
the
the
best.
Oh my God.
Shuri is the coolest.
Yes, it has a Shuri-based AI inside.
Yes.
Saturday.
Who is voiced by...
The AI's name is Saturday.
Oh, that's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Everything about this is good.
Yes.
And what does what Spider look like?
So I would say Spider actually looks she's I imagine her of like Korean descent. And a little bit taller than me, a little bit lankier. She was an intern at Oscorp. That was her thing. She and her partner, Ben Parker, were working on this spider thing, and it kind of went wrong. And Ben was like, I'm gonna experiment this on myself, and then he did, and then he fucked up, and now he's evil. So she is trying to currently save her partner Ben, and so she took the spider bite, and it didn't go very well for her either. And so right now she's been a spider for about 2 weeks, so she's very brand new. So without the Iron Spider suit on, she's literally just in like a blue hoodie and red leggings and that. And just trying to make it by as like a new spider and like still figuring out her look. I think that if she sees any, I think she's taken hot tips.
Yeah. She's been pushed off a building a few times.
She's been pushed off.
She learned how to thwip. We had some great thwipping lessons last week. So she's getting there, but
to flip a little bit.
yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah.
Flip it good.
She's got a good set of mentors here. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Pop culture reference from Sam.
Wow.
That's
I'm growing.
Who are you?
Yeah, almost never happens. So yeah, and we'll get back to you in a second.
Okay.
So real quick, let's do previously on Into the Spider-Verse. Last week, our characters, each of these spider heroes, were in their own universe, doing what spider heroes do, confronting some bad guy or another on an average day while juggling their responsibilities and their, whatever their personal tragedy or story was that you just heard. And a villain called the Spot plucked them each out of their own universe. Spot has the ability to open up portals between worlds. He's a canonical Spider-Man villain. But this Spot was a little jazzed up and a little more powerful than normal. And the Spot brought them all to the world of a different spider hero known as the Spider Goblin, who was actually Norman Osborn, having become a spider hero after the death of his son Harry. Now, Spider Goblin, like a lot of Norman Osborns, turned out to be a little violent and over the top. Still a spider hero, but on the darker side of spider heroes. He wound up killing the Spot last week after our other heroes had tracked him down to his hideout. What they learned along the way was the Spot had some sort of unseen partner who was apparently not the Spider Goblin. Along the way, they found a couple of, let's say, clues. Aunt May of that universe had hacked into the Spot's computer and found, I believe it was Domino's Pastry, an email that had the words Domino's Pastry in it.
Can you spell that for us, though? DOMINOESPASTRY. Okay.
Domino's Pastry.
Great.
And then later, when they were at the Spot's hideout, they found yet another computer file with the words Daytime Sponsor.
Okay, great.
There was the indication that they could be some kind of puzzle or anagram or something. But that was what was learned along the way. Now, whatever the agenda that Spot had was never revealed. Spot was killed by Spider Goblin before he could say whatever his plan was or why he had gathered these spider heroes. But with his dying breath, he apparently, just to stick it to Spider Goblin, helped our heroes move along out to the next world and help apparently continue whatever plan he is a part of. And he opened up a portal beneath them. Heart of Handprints, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. He opened up a portal beneath our heroes and dropped them into a new world. And when they
Whole new world?
a whole new.
It's close. It's close. The mouse is listening.
No, not gonna sing.
That mouse specifically.
That mouse, yeah.
Yeah, and since that's unlocked, what I'll say is, they come out of the portal and they have this iron spider suit, which they got as a gift from Shuri of that world, Shuri. Along the way, one of the heroes who dropped into them was Peter Pupper, the spectacular spider dog, and Peter Pupper is there too. And we will deal with Spider Mouse in a moment. But let's rewind a tiny bit to this new world that we're visiting. And I had described this new world as a slightly scarier, more gothic-y looking New York. This
Goth like Visigoth or goth like
Gotham?
architectural era or goth
Architectural.
like
Is it
black?
like Gotham?
Okay.
Oh,
Gotham, New York
yeah,
City?
kind of Gotham City-ish, kind of maybe. A little more, although it's kind of scary architecture, a little bit more darker vibe. Yes, and let's
grotesque.
let's say I said you guys dropped out of the portal and you landed on a rooftop, and then right behind you landed on the rooftop some spider hero. You turned around, and that's where we ended off. So we're going to rewind a little bit, and we're going to go to New York, and we are going to meet our new spider hero.
Yeah, let's do this one more time. My name is Bellamy Baker, and I'm the one and only Diving Bell, your friendly aquatic spider-based superhero.
Yeah.
I was a free diver in New York, and I went to the Hudson River because I was told to stay away from the harbor, where I was bitten by a radioactive diving bell spider. It gave me abilities, Not like your typical spider, though. I shoot out web globes that protect people from bullets or other strange projectiles. I also attach those to the bottom of my feet. That's how I get around the city. I'm on land, I'm pretty good, but it's underwater where I shine.
Amazing.
Yeah. He also, so describing the costume, he's more of like an aquatic Spider-Man, so it's a little more fish-like. So he's got like webbed...
Shape of water. Got it.
Shape of water. Yeah,
water
it's a little
Spider-Man.
bit like scaly type of thing. Fish like blues and yellows and things like that too. He also has a harpoon gun that is strapped to his back.
Harpoon guns are my favorite weapon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Favorite weapon.
My New York City is in trouble, though. I've been Diving Bell for about 2 years, but I've been sort of underground combating the mayor of New York City, Victor Von Doom. It gets even more complicated.
Yes.
My boyfriend, Glenn Stacy, is his assistant.
I
And he doesn't know that I'm the Diving Bell. Luckily, I've got Aunt May, the matron of the local drag show.
Yeah, I love you even more.
She's looking out for me.
And then we will cut to some action.
Yay.
Diving Bell, you are jumping
get
around on the
bumpy.
waterfront, kind
Yeah.
of doing your patrols, keeping an eye out for anything you think might have something to do with Mayor Von Doom, but also just generally keeping an eye out for the public good, like a spider hero does. You were on a rooftop when suddenly your spider sense went berserk, danger, and you whip around, and standing behind you there is a robot.
Whoa!
It is tall, humanoid, kind of Terminator, like without its skin looking, and it just stands, and it has this red beam that sort of starts scanning you up and down. And
I did not consent to that.
and it just keeps scanning.
Oh no! I'm gonna flip out a globe to try to block the laser lens.
Okay, sure. You know what? Let's give this a roll.
Yeah.
That's an action roll. We'll call it a diving bell is a 4, which makes him thwippy-ish. And we will say that is a where did I put my
Also, we have a brief moment of silence. I
There it
tweeted out the Aaron Fotheringham video that I sent to Rick Bud, so you can go see that.
Also,
Or on hashtag TonyFadeRPG.
since he was introduced, I could do the song as the intro.
Dude, you want to do the song?
Yes! You're contractually required.
Okay, ready? Ready?
No.
Diving bell, bounces round and does it well. Spins a web on the land, undersea has the upper hand. Ahoy! Here comes the diving bell.
Yeah!
Ahoy!
I love the album.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's on iTunes. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe
But by
we'll
the
have
end
him
of
do it
the
again at the end.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Thank you. Our next tier, I think, up is the showdown for Spider Ave will encounter their arch enemy, and then after that, if you want to see Sam get a chance to pick up the Hammer of Thor in a moral philosophy trivia contest, that is the next
Wow.
tier.
Now I really hope
And then after that, they're just gonna fight Galactus after that. So that's that is a quippy task. It's
Okay.
an action thing. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 4. You have been a spider hero for a while, so
Yeah.
you are good at what you do. So you can roll 3.
3. Great. 1 success.
1 success.
Or I have my number too.
Okay.
So my number and a success.
So
2 successes.
2 successes.
1 success does. Oh, you have your number and a success. So that's
Yeah.
2 successes. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So no, that works. Your little web globe gets in the way. And
It's like, do you ever play Sonic the Hedgehog on Genesis and it's like that wong noise? There's a bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that totally just disrupts the scanner, and the robot stops and says, "You are interfering."
Well, bro, this is my city. You're interfering.
And the robot says, We'll say that the robot just sort of stares at you for a second, and then out of its shoulder, like this little say like what looks like a gun
Okay.
pops up.
I'm gonna womb myself. So I'll put a protective bubble around myself.
Okay.
This is all going wrong.
Protective bubble. Okay, that's a quippy task. Let's say you want to roll over your number again. You can roll 3.
Okay. And then I guess.
Oh, you got
should
a
I
question.
ask
So
my
yeah,
man.
and while the robot is sort of threatening you and holding this gun on you, Aunt May's voice pops into your ear. It is the Spiderverse wide Aunt May.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is Aunt May. Do you have a question, Diving Bell?
What is this robot, man?
This robot. Oh, PFW Scott. Thank you.
Yay!
The robot is not PFW Scott.
Oh, okay.
Clarify. Thank
Stop
you.
attacking.
The robot is let's say it is a primitive Doombot.
Oh no!
I will say in game you don't know that.
Sure.
You let's say
But it is hostile.
it is hostile
Okay.
and it looks hostile.
Sure.
You were gonna roll right.
Yeah. So I'm warming myself.
Put yourself in a protective
My globe.
web cocoon.
Yeah. 3 successes plus
Whoa.
another Aunt May.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. It's like he's holding the gun on you, but before anything can happen, you just
Yeah.
spin that web around yourself.
So with that, because I did such a high roll, I'd like to combine that with like a combo that I've done multiple times, where I'll put the globe around myself and push forward to like sort of.
Hamster wheel him.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. That and that is exactly what happened. So as you're hamster wheeling him and the robot sort of tries to gain traction and is like sort of holding on, it shoots a thing out and it's trying to hold, but it like that breaks off the rope and
Wow.
right, you've got some real momentum. As that's going on, a voice pops into your ear. It's like, hey, this is Aunt May. Do you have another question, Diving Bell?
Yeah. What kills these things?
The fall from the side of a building might very well do it. They're
Copy
pretty
that.
tough, but this is and you push it right over the side, and you, of course, with the momentum, go with it.
Yeah.
And you go flying down, and as you come landing, you hit this a slightly lower building where the bubble around you breaks, and you find yourself facing 4 strange-looking people who all seem to have some vaguely spider-themed meeting of night. Thank you. That is meeting of night. Our friend who draws the official carrier penguins. Check out the official carrier penguins at Tempting Fate RPG. Thank you, Olivia. The 4 of you just dropped out of a portal. You were standing on a roof. You hear this clunk behind you. You turn around. You see him. You see them.
Anyone see a robot around here?
Whoa, you're like us.
Well, you're like me.
Yeah. Everybody's spider
We
sense
found
fires.
another one.
How do you know that?
Remember how we said to listen to the tingles?
That's
One of them is your spider gator.
And it just
Did not-
exploded.
You know how those tingles are just like everywhere?
Yes,
Really spider.
got it.
Also,
Really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
do you like know Namor?
What?
Like Namor?
No.
Like you're one of the sea people, right?
No. What?
I'm just
I'm
saying
a land
they're
person.
they're kind of really hot. So if you like,
Oh. Go on. No, I'm taking. No, you guys, this is dangerous for you all to be out here together and in costume. Being a vigilante is kind of outlawed out here.
What? Really? Who protects your city?
Well, me, but we gotta be secret. We can't be in a group.
Hence the mask.
Yeah, but that's what's gonna get you caught.
I
You'd
like
have
to
to
see
catch
them
me
try to
first.
catch me.
Wow, everyone's very confident.
I'm not.
Anyway, did you see a robot around here? I thought I knocked it off this building, but where'd it go?
Was it the robot just plummeted straight to the street and
Yeah,
was
it just
destroyed in the
went.
fall.
You see the thing that like looks like a pancake but is made of robot?
I should probably check on that.
Can I like flip and pull?
Sure.
Whoa.
Retractors, yo.
Yeah.
Practical.
I don't think there's any need to make you roll for that. Yeah, you just you pull it back up and you find what is now the severely damaged carcass of this primitive Doombot, we will call it. Smokebeard, thank you!
Oh my gosh!
That's
Thank you, everybody.
appreciate it.
I know
Doesn't-
we got the
doesn't it
showdown is unlocked. I think the next thing is if they be worthy. Sam will get a chance.
I see the anxiety rising.
Moral philosophy.
I want to scavenge any electronics from the robot.
Okay.
The robot.
The ribbit.
The robot. I want robot electronics.
So I just splat, and I'm like, tinkery people, assemble.
I'm gonna
But not back
help.
into a robot.
I'm gonna help scavenge robot parts.
Okay, you
Because I'm used to getting electronics to then give to Aunt May for her to then fix my stuff.
Okay, so why don't you
Doing this
roll
on the roof.
2 for their help roll? We'll call it
Maybe
it's a
doing
would-be
it on
task
the
since
street?
it's
I imagine we have some sort of indoor secretive location.
Yeah, let's.
You
What's
wanna
your
take?
name, by the
You
way?
want to take the full robot there?
No, let's do this here a little bit, but let's move quickly, and then I'll take you to see Aunt May. How about that?
Hey,
Wonderful.
Aquaman, what's your name?
Diving Bell.
Diving Bell.
That's a better name, though. I should have thought of that.
I know, right? It
Yeah.
works. It's
Maybe I'll be
your
the
Rumble
Aquaman.
Oh my god!
It seems strangely out of place, and I can't really see
I
why.
don't know why.
But in the meantime, I'm Spidey, sometimes Spider Wheels. Why fight the brand?
I see.
Yeah. I'm Webb,
Webb.
as it shows.
Hello, Spider Wolfman.
Are you a wolf spider or a man wolf?
Yes.
Yes to all, I suppose.
Groovy,
Yes. It's a complicated
Wolfman,
origin.
then Spider.
yeah.
So
Then
Spider, Wolfman.
I
Wolfman.
see.
Yeah. And
Definitely not a child.
yeah, and then we're
Yeah, you look like you're 14,
I
right?
look like I'm perpetually 14.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I've been alive
Okay.
a long time, but I
Yeah, open the gates and seize the day, my newsy friend.
amazing coincidence. I happened to watch Newsies just last night.
Really? Still holds up. It's very good.
So
we're to
And
the
this
wise. We
creature
learned
strapping
the
up
hard
is Spider
way.
Rave.
Yeah.
Spider Rave.
Or Spider. We're still coming up with the name.
Groovy.
Party Spider.
Keep it simple.
Party Spider!
Ooh.
Spotty.
I would love to hear
every day.
your thoughts, Aquaman. We can figure it out.
So are you staying to do this examination here, or
We're
are
doing
you?
initial
yes.
scrapping.
Yeah,
here,
I'm
and then we'll
helping.
salvage and tinker at Aunt May's.
All right, you
Yeah, I
roll
will be on the
2
lookout.
Thwippy for a
Yeah, the usual stuff that I've seen in the past that Aunt May got excited about, I'm going to like grab that and thrust that at you to be like, hey, here's stuff that you know.
Yeah. I think that I'm going to also ask you to look for any manufacturing information. Like who are the people who like specifically like created this? Like obviously it's probably like a corporation that is,
You
like,
could look at the
widely known.
motherboard, that
Yeah,
will have
exactly.
material, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
So who's
I want to
helping who?
help. I want to help you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're going to do
But
okay.
this is me
Yeah.
telling you, it's like, hey, this is what we're looking for, and so that's.
Oh yeah,
that's,
cool. Like
yeah.
words and numbers.
So
Got it.
if that, yeah.
Nailed it.
Roll 2. It's Thwippy. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 4.
Oh, okay. Okay, I use these.
Does it
Yeah,
count?
4, 2 successes, one's not me.
Okay, so you are a tinker character, right? You are a sciencey character, so you can now roll 4 for this
Wow.
salvage operation.
Get us some good stuff.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say you can roll 3 because you are actually out of your universe anyway, so can't be an expert on something you've never seen.
I'm rolling under my number because it is.
Yeah, it is a Thwippy task.
That is 3 successes, 1 Aunt May.
3 successes and 1 Aunt May.
My
All right.
goodness.
Great.
So while you are working on that, you got an Aunt May also, right? So first Aunt May pops into your ear. This is Aunt May. Do you have a question, Webb?
Yes. Does the Aunt May that lives in this universe make casseroles?
No. The Aunt May that lives in this universe does not cook.
Oh,
We gotta
whatever.
leave.
She serves up a
We
mean
gotta
tuna
leave.
casserole on stage. It's fishy, though.
She's played by Harvey.
Harvey Fixer.
Weinstein.
Valid.
And then while you are tinkering around, Aunt May pops into your ear as well. This is Aunt May. Do you have a question, Spider Rave?
Yes.
Or whatever
So where should we be focusing our Portal dropped us. We're trying to find Portal guy again. Where should we be focusing our attentions at? Should we be following the creators of this or not? Let's go with that. Should we be following the creators of this this little droid here or not?
Well, Aunt May will say the creator of this droid definitely has the ability to create portals and the technology to move you from universe to universe.
Great! Thanks, Aunt May. If I had
sure
a follow-up question, I'd be asking about Shepherd's
information
Pie.
we need to know about it.
Aunt May out.
Thanks, Aunt May.
And Aunt May is out. And so you rolled how many successes there?
I rolled 3.
3 successes. Yeah. So absolutely, you salvage it. You find a memory storage bank and a couple of parts that look interesting to you as something a little out of the ordinary. You feel like you've got enough to figure out where this thing came from and who designed it.
Great. We got what we need.
Let's get out of here. And so you can see diving bells through his web cartridges. They are tiny globes that he attaches to his feet, and he just takes off bouncing,
Whoa!
bounding through the city.
Wow.
He's a bouncy boy.
He will do it different in every Spider-Verse.
Ah.
Don't always need webs.
Shink. Yeah, and then I do that. So
I
then,
run after
make
you.
some webbing, and I basically fly across.
I just wheel right off of a building.
Hey, y'all.
I'm not the best with webs. Hey everyone.
Ray, this is Saturday. Your AI.
Oh.
Would you like to have automated swinging happen for you to follow your companion?
Yes! Saturday! I forgot I had you. Wow, this is so convenient. Oh my god, you're gonna make... it's like I don't even have to learn anything
Automated
anymore.
swinging action.
Yes, let's go. Character growth, I don't need that. Let's go, Saturday. Let's go. And off we go. Okay.
Saturday kicks in and you
Confidence
are
through
swimming.
training wheels.
Yeah.
Valid.
While you were on the way over, I will say, Spidey,
Yeah.
you are whipping along, doing your thing. When suddenly you feel something down in your chair, and you look, and sitting kind of riding stowaway. There is a riding shotgun. There is a mouse wearing a small Spider-Man mask,
my
Spider
God.
mask. We will introduce the Spider comes up to you, squeaking.
Mouse, they are your spouse.
Oh.
I didn't accept it.
I'm
Apparently not
like,
meant during that. This is my life
Make
now.
the mask itself, or did someone make the mask for the mouse?
It's like
These
Pizza Rat.
are the eternal questions of Spider Mouse.
We don't know when inside that it appeared.
Perhaps he's from a verse entirely made of sapient mice. Mice are, in that universe, the most intelligent species.
I've seen
You
rescuers.
have Marvel apes, you might as well have Marvel mice.
Sounds marvelous to me.
And while you can't exactly communicate with the mouse kind of openly, you get the feeling the mouse is intelligent, and is a spider hero like yourself. It's like you.
You're like me.
us.
Its tail just goes.
Hey, little buddy. Oh, you're a cute stowaway from a cute universe. I can tell. Hey, we're fighting evil. You want to also help fight evil? Awesome! You can ride with me, buddy.
So
Just be a little careful around Spider Wolfman until we sound out that whole situation.
Just a slow nod.
Appreciate you, buddy.
So you all make your way over to Aunt May's.
Yeah, well, we're going to Greenwich Village, to the famous gay club, the Poop Deck.
I see you.
The Poop Deck.
Mature
Thank you for
professional.
clarifying.
Yeah. Which, because I assume that it's kind of daytime.
Yes.
So it's totally closed. Like it's not open until later at night. But I know the entrance to get in, like the secret entrance,
Okay.
All right, so we go in through the side door.
the side door.
Yeah, and I'll say it's kind of a fun ride over since it's all daylight. Everyone's seeing y'all whip by or run by or whatever, and like people are kind of like some people are cheering, some people are scared, some people don't know what to think.
I flip my chair back and forth.
Wow.
That's a Library Red song now.
Pop culture references. Rave is really just, yeah.
I have to sit next to this.
I know, you can't always handle all of the glory.
It's a lot, but I love you.
I love you too.
So yeah, while you were on the way over, I'll say you see lots of people on the way. People see you, but nothing really happens to anybody because we know vigilante heroes are banned in this universe. But you all make it; it's fine. And you get to the secret entrance at Aunt May's, and Aunt May welcomes you with casserole.
But like,
And
take
weirdly
that
enough,
casserole.
full drag. Middle of the day, full drag. Weird.
Full drag, middle of the day.
Wow. Extra and
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
a daytime gig. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, auditions.
maybe a daytime shoot.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
2 days in a row. This is wonderful.
he makes sure everyone has their share of casserole and then sits down and presses a button and a bookshelf spins around and there is this, spider computer that Diving Bell has worked out.
Yeah.
We'll say you stole parts of it here and there from the Norman Osborns and the evil mad scientists in this world and built your own little system.
I throw the mask off and there's like a cascade of blonde hair that just comes down.
Do you make that sound?
I sure do.
Whoa.
It's like an Herbal Essence commercial.
Yeah, it is.
And you introduce them to Aunt May, and Aunt May meets you all. We'll skip through the particulars, but everybody is introduced, and he gets the basics of you dropped out of a portal or from another universe.
Yep.
That's all on the table.
Wheels, wolf, web, wave.
Pup, mouse.
Pup mouse.
Pup mouse.
Yes.
Pup mouse.
So
Fish.
Raver.
Yeah.
Does anyone smell something?
So, buddy, what is your take on creatures of the Murine persuasion? Not marine, we already know we're called, like, Murine.
Yeah,
What's up?
Yes, of course. I suppose they're fine?
Cool, so if we have a spider mouse on our
Do we have a
team,
spider mouse?
we might have a spider mouse.
Whoa, he's like us.
Say hi. I got you, buddy. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine.
I felt a very small tingle with this one.
Good. It's working.
I suppose we must introduce ourselves.
Ah.
As soon as the spider mouse does come out, Webb loses her shit.
Like in a
It's like
climate
attached to
stairway.
it's like attached to the ceiling. Like, what? Get rid of it! Kill it!
That was not the person I expected to have the most problems with the mouse.
Get a newspaper.
I've fallen asleep in
Sweet.
No,
I've fallen asleep in many fields with these friends.
no, rodents carry all the disease. Haven't you heard? Like the thing that's happening in Asia right now. It's like rodents are the cause of it.
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about.
often
fine.
it's other species and the rodents are just carriers, but it's all
Can't
good.
kill it before it gets us.
But it's one of us.
Yeah, well, Norman was kind of was kind of. She's just.
I think it thinks you're being quite rude.
It's being rude
By existing.
by forcing itself in my personal space.
Okay.
Just
So,
Aunt
Spider
May's
Mouse
just watching this.
respect the personal space.
What are spider
Web
mouses?
will no longer threaten Spider Mouse with newspaper. Do we have an agreement?
Aye.
Yes, Spider.
What are Spider Mouse's pronouns?
Oh yeah, we could do they them.
Squeak, once for he, twice for she, 3 times for they, 4 times if this just makes no damn sense.
That was 5.
Do you see? Let's just kill it.
Let's say Spider Mouse.
Alright, I think we are dealing
There.
with gender fluid set of pronouns.
Yeah,
here.
great. Great.
5 is fluid.
So Aunt May's just watching this and okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and looks at the dog and the mouse. 6, 7. I don't know. Maybe I'll count you as 1. 7 spider heroes. This is okay. How do we get you back to your own universe?
That's a great question. If you have an answer, we would love to hear it.
Aunt May, there are robots out there now.
Yeah.
Is that part of the city?
Robots. And you have that stuff you gathered from the scene,
Yeah.
right?
And then drop. Yeah, thunk. Just drop everything from Aunt May. So this is. Do you have any specifics on what I was able to glean from it?
Yeah. What you were able to glean that the robot it is clearly mass produced from some kind of mold. You expect that there are probably others like it. It is controlled by some sort of short range system. Wherever the robot was, whoever or whatever was controlling it was probably close by.
Okay.
And
So they might have seen all of us.
Probably.
And depending
Hey, cool.
on the state of surveillance in the city, we might be able to see them.
Ooh.
It definitely scanned me.
You had 3 successes?
Yeah.
Okay, and you find inside some of the parts are marked with a foreign language that you identify as Latvian.
What?
Latvian. Huh. Do we know anyone who speaks Latvian? Because Ray wouldn't know.
And
Wait,
and,
Latveria is in like Victoria Von Doom, the Queen of Latveria.
I mean, that seems like a jump. Is she into mass producing these guys?
No, that's like the only thing I know about Latveria. Like the Queen was
I mean, that's
in
more than
my
I
New
know.
York at the time.
Could this be related to Von Doom here? Mayor Von Doom?
Aunt May says,
You have a mayor named Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom. He's the mayor of New York City.
What was his campaign?
He's just got a lot
Will
of
bring
money.
doom to all.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's the way the city is now. Everybody's all doom and gloom.
Do you think your boyfriend could
Pessimistic
get us
city.
into his office?
Well, that's pretty risky. How did you know about my boyfriend?
We didn't know.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, we know
Yeah,
they're
it's fine.
taken. We don't know.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's all good.
How did I know about your boyfriend?
Yeah, I said it in my intro.
Oh, okay, I was like, how do I know about that?
Yeah.
Then
I
never
forgot.
mind.
It's all good though.
It's the
You-
tingles
it's
in
the
your
senses.
stomach.
in your universe, he's a comic book that you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing I don't know about Glenn Stacy.
Yeah. Well, Glenn,
OTP, my friend.
Glenn might be able to give us a tour of his office or something, but we'd have to go as like civilians. He doesn't know that I'm the diving bell, and I don't want to keep it that way.
Wait, your SO like doesn't know?
He
How
doesn't
do
know.
you do that?
It's very difficult.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
strain on the relationship, but we're both busy people.
I mean, like, what kind of excuses can you make? Because I totally ran out of them, and now I'm single because
yeah.
I couldn't. I mean, there's only so many times you can.
This
be
sounds like
I
a
got-
problem I'm gonna run into soon.
Yeah, they'll only accept you being hit by a taxi so many times.
I tell him I have
That's
to
one.
poop a lot. That gets me out of things.
Start single, stay single.
Yeah, I'm on that train as well.
I think
The
it's
A
kind
train.
Yes.
Now,
Can,
So
The
are
entry-
you saying
Yeah,
shopping montage for disguises?
I think that Aunt May might be able to help us out. We've got a whole closet back there full of costumes.
I'm not going back in there again.
It's a walk in and out. A roll in and out.
Okay.
With that in mind, chopping
Well,
one.
did anybody else have a Von Doom either visiting their New York or at their New York? Because I had Queen Victoria Von
mayor.
Doom, and you have a mayor.
Mhm.
No, I'm just wondering off the top of my head.
No, I think that in my world, if anyone was named Von Doom, you'd kind of clock them as a bad guy immediately.
I know,
The
we
fact
never thought
he's
that
their
it would
mayor
happen, but
is...
politics.
His campaign slogan. His campaign slogan was "Not as bad as he sounds."
I
He
also
had a
like
whole
Gina
reality
as-
show.
I like, we'll bring doom to you all.
Yeah.
I was
will
also
bring
gonna
doom
like
to your city.
Why choose the lesser evil?
Yeah.
He was also the judge on a singing competition. Was the mean one, and so
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
people loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
When he did
There
it like
might-
a contestant, did a floor open to burning.
So you've seen it.
So Aunt May
I had
goes
a dream once.
goes into the closet and comes out with civilian clothes for everybody. And while he's in there, you can hear him talking out loud. He's like, "Dimensional portals? I wonder if that has anything to do with that weird black ooze you found last week. We have it somewhere in a jar around here. Did nobody knock over the jar with the black ooze?"
Very dangerous.
And then he comes out with a big pile of clothes and starts handing them out. And what I'm going to say is that while whatever is going on,
We're gonna find out who
Oh,
gets who.
yeah.
somebody does knock over the
No.
jar with the black ooze.
Let's
But
find
you
out who's
didn't-
the symbiote.
But you don't know it.
I feel very uncomfortable
so-
in the clothes I'm in.
Oh, man.
Because
Oh,
they're
yeah,
from like
They're quite
you should
mid-century.
describe
Quite-
the civilian outfit that we put you
Oh
in.
yeah, what are the
Okay.
civilian clothes that everyone's in?
Okay, I am missing
I am
one.
definitely
Okay.
in sort of hip
I'm-
young clothes
Mhm.
for 14-year-old shape. I don't like it.
That Aunt May
I feel
has in
quite young.
Yeah.
This is what you used to wear.
Yeah.
Wear the 3-piece suits.
It's a little difficult nowadays, especially for a kid. Have fun, run
I
around.
suppose. Don't you at least have tailored pants?
No.
Why the sweatpants?
It's cool
Ela-
now,
No pants should ever have elastic in them. It's undignified.
but comfy.
I grabbed like the velour tracksuit.
Yes.
Like, yeah, this works. This is good.
Yeah, and while everyone's picking out their stuff, I'm actually one short on these. I lost one of these papers, but we got the one we need. So
Oh,
what
no.
I'm gonna say is everybody but Diving Bell take one.
Oh, you're not getting
Yes, I
symbiote.
did.
I
Diving
know.
bell
I'm
stays
very, very
pure.
careful.
Symbiote, symbiote. We welcome all pronunciations.
That's fine. Okay.
I don't know who has got the Venom symbiote now.
What?
But
That's
we will
what it
say
is?
it's
What?
for the next 15 minutes, whoever you are. Could it be Spider-Man?
I think it is.
That would
It
be
is
terrifying.
So yeah, for the next
Welcome to
15
Web's
minutes, whoever
Web's
you
World.
you are now sort of influenced by Venom. You don't. You can play this any way you want. You could just come out swinging outright evil, or you can subtly try and sabotage the team, or steer them away from victory, or wait for the right moment and throw everything south. But whatever you want, Venom is in you, and it is turning you towards the evil side. Yeah. So
Timer is up.
the timer is running. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was one of the tiers. Our next tier, if we get to our next tier, is if they be worthy. Spidey here will get a chance to pick up the Hammer of Thor in a moral philosophy trivia minigame. I am dying to do this moral philosophy
I am
minigame.
nervous and excited.
I can't wait.
So everyone's got their street clothes, and what I'll say is you
I'm
get on
just
the
like
subway.
a skater boy, just so that's declared.
Cool.
Just because brand.
Bellamy has like normal jean bottoms, but then like a white sailor's top. And he's like,
And you head over like New Yorkers on the subway.
and I text Glenn.
Yeah.
You text
I'm like-
Glenn.
I'm bringing a couple of friends and their kid, and we're gonna take a tour of the. We want to take a tour of the mayor's office.
Okay,
I
want-
go an
I think-
excessive number of blocks to find a wheelchair accessible subway station. Thanks, New
Shade,
York.
shade, shade.
all true.
12 stations in Manhattan.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think that Ray finds the biggest coat she can, the biggest hat she can, and is wearing those now in the subway as well.
Okay.
And this
Totally
feels
not shady.
Not shady at all.
Bellamy, I want you to
Yeah.
make a quippy roll to see how your text with Glenn goes.
Okay.
You are asking Glenn to bring over 1, 2, 3, 4 friends and a dog and a mouse to take a tour of the mayor's office.
You
Yeah.
can just hide under the collars.
Okay, so 4 friends.
Right, and the
Yeah.
rule is if you can fit the dog in a bag, you can have them on a subway.
And it could be an ESA.
And Spider Dog's a pug, so
That
All right.
fits.
So
There are some great
Spider Dog is in a bag,
bags.
and Mousie's hiding under the collar.
Could I say that I've sprung this on him before when like friends visit out of town or whatever? It'd be like show off my boyfriend. Like, I'm gonna go visit his office.
Let's see how your roll goes.
Okay.
Quippy, let's say right. So you've done it before. We'll say you can roll 2.
2.
Yeah.
And I want to roll over.
It's Quippy. You want to roll over your number, and your number is 4.
I'm just assuming you're able.
Yeah, I got an Aunt May, so 1 success and 1
Okay.
failure.
1 success is enough, and you get a response from Glenn, and he says, "The boss is in the office right now. It's not a great time, but I suppose I can make it work. Okay, come on down.
You owe me.
I owe you." And then Aunt May pops into your comm link. Aunt May, do you have a question?
Yeah. Let's see. What sort of information would we be able to glean from the mayor's office if we were to get access?
What can we glean from Glenn?
Yeah.
You can possibly find out if the mayor, you can find out what the mayor's connection to the Doombots were. You can
Right.
find out what the Doombot was doing when it encountered you. You can find out possibly whether the mayor has any other
Offshore accounts.
yes
Yeah.
locations, things like that. Mayor, dig
Cool.
into the mayor's general secrets, things like that.
Great. Thanks.
And May out.
How does she do that?
Oh, and I think we have unlocked if they be worthy. So,
Oh!
Okay.
so
that's
Spidey
happening.
will get the chance to pick up the Hammer
I'm
of
so
Thor in
nervous.
a moral philosophy
The
trivia
only
meeting.
way I could be more nervous
Thank
are
you.
if there's for pop culture. I might then be less nervous because then there'd be no chance of me getting it right.
So what that actually means is the last one available is Galactus is nigh. If
Oh,
you want to see our
gosh.
Spider heroes, mix it up with Galactus, the Devourers of Worlds.
So Galactus is nigh is nigh.
Galactus is nigh is nigh.
Amazing.
Yes, well said.
yeah.
All right, so Glenn says, "Come on over," and you are on your way over. I want everybody to make a quippy roll. You can all roll 1. We're gonna call this your spider sense on the way over.
I got my number.
Me too.
I rolled over. Success.
All right.
Also no.
Also no. So 3 successes, 2 non-successes, and you got your number.
We both did.
Oh, you both got your number.
Mhm.
All right. So while you are on your way over, your spider senses start registering some low-key danger, as if you might be being shadowed or followed by somebody. But whenever you turn around or try and get a more specific bead on where this is coming from, it's like there's nothing. It's like it's not coming from any direction. It's like whenever you try and it's like, no, it's like someone's following me, but there's nobody following me. It's weird. You two do
I'm
not
sure it's nothing.
get anything. Yeah.
I'll under my breath be like, do you feel the tingles?
I do.
Yeah.
Also, do you notice that kid's tater tots? They
No,
look
I didn't
really good.
before, but now I do.
right.
Oh,
I think
man.
I'm gonna just take them.
Well, you're gonna take candy from a baby.
I'm gonna take tater tots from my baby. Excuse me, this is not candy.
Take her tots.
Potatoes.
Okay,
Take
do what
her
you gotta do,
tots.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. I really need those tater tots.
You're going to take tater tots from a baby.
Yes.
Take Tina's tots. Take
It's a
toddler
child.
Tina's tots.
It's
There
not
we
a
go.
baby.
Right,
It can
a
defend
child.
itself.
Okay, roll.
I love you.
It's a baby. It's not a baby. It can defend itself.
Right.
It's a full toddler.
You can just have them because it's a baby, and
Oh.
It
Nom
can't
nom nom
defend
nom
itself.
nom nom tots from a
Nom,
baby.
nom, nom.
Whoa, we could stop at a bodega or something.
They
Could
have
we?
those? No, we gotta do this thing,
Oh, right.
Yeah, actually, I kind of wish I thought about that.
right?
That's like easy food.
Don't
Well
just
thought.
take things. That's crime.
So you also both got
Sounds
Aunt
being a
May.
vigilante.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll
I'll
go.
let you go first.
What?
Aunt May.
If I'm looking up at the building, what? What window is the boss in?
Oh, so when you arrive at, we'll say City Hall.
Yeah.
There, it is. There's a giant sort of bay window at the very top, which is the mayor's office.
Great.
It
From
looks
which you can
out
be
over the city.
Great,
Nice, powerful view.
great. We're going up.
Hey, Aunt May, can you Google something for me? Is Mayor Von Doom married?
Mayor Von Doom is not married. He was once married, and he has a son.
Oh God, you lost it. Where is
Oh
it?
no!
No.
Squeaker Parker! I hear him.
I wanna do.
Did you
Tried to do a covert mission by itself.
Since I won the role with like feeling the spider things that somebody is falling, can't really feel
Yeah.
it. I want to do an interdimensional webbing thing to if there's people that are focused on us with intent to be able to see them or trap one of the people.
Okay. What I'll say is, okay, yeah, that's great. Why don't you roll? We'll call that. That is just the WIKI task, a calm, precise action. You're channeling your magic powers, trying to like focus back and read this person. I mean, or whatever this, setting off your spider sense. It's a WIKI task. It's not something you have, a ton of experience with. You are a new Spider-Man. So it's a new spider hero.
7 months. 7 months web.
7 months. You say you can roll 2. Okay. Flippy, you want to roll beneath your number. Your number is a 4.
2 4s.
Oh yeah. So absolutely, it works. And what I'll say is, you turn on your power and you try to sort of read this personality, and what you're able to sense is there is some sort of consciousness watching you, and when you sort of try and dig into its history and its life, the way your power sort of works, right, and see its future, what you see are scenes of a spider hero called Spider-Man, who, let's say, for all intents and purposes, none of you have ever heard of, but outside of the game, we'll say in your vision, looks very much like the conventional sort of Peter Parker, old-timey costume Spider-Man. And whoever you are reading has a lot of this in their brain.
Wow.
But that's all you're able to get, and then it sort of just disappears back into the ether. And you arrive at
Yes.
City Hall,
Yes.
and you look up, and you are able, your spider sense just sort of ticks off, and you know exactly where
Great.
the mayor is.
Let's go.
But
inside.
Glenn is waiting in the lobby, sort of pacing back and forth. What are you doing with your information that you got? Are you just...
What I'm doing with my information that I got? Well,
Glad I
in the
asked.
Is my boyfriend gonna get fired?
no, in the suit, Venom is now talking to Saturday. And is like, all right, kid, it's just me, you, and Saturday right now, and we are not gonna play this safe. Let's just get up there. I think it's that window, and we're just gonna climb. How does that feel, Saturday? Does that sound like a good game plan? Let's go. And we start climbing to the window, up the windows.
Okay, we're gonna say that this
I just,
Iron
take
Spider suit is nanobot style
Yeah.
technology,
With
so
Venom.
it can
Yeah.
just.
Yes,
All right.
with Venom.
Venom.
Someone's gotten a little overconfident.
Did she just get assimilated?
I'll race you to the top! Okay.
No, what? Not in public. What's going on?
And you are now just watching the Iron Spider suit emerge fully and
Yeah, it's like,
and
yeah.
Spider shoots up the side of the building.
and then Saturday goes, normally you prefer rave music. Would you like for me to play that now?
Yeah. Yes. But like make sure it's got a lot of like bass.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of uns. Does that make sense? Is all about that
Yes,
bass.
I have a metal rave that I can.
But also
Whoa.
not specific tones that would, because apparently certain music will make me go haywire. So not that, not that
yeah.
shit.
Oh,
But
I shall keep the treble low.
bless you. Keep out of trouble.
Bass high and treble low.
Yes.
Right.
All of the trouble is in the venom.
Okay,
Yeah.
the four of you are seeing
Plays
this
that
happen.
Despacito.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna.
I did chase after.
Oh, you're chasing after.
Because I race them to the top. We're racing.
We're racing
Yeah,
now.
I'm like,
I'm gonna win.
I'm number
Chase.
one racer. What do you think you're doing? And I jump up the building too.
I'm gonna go inside and just like
Fortunately,
quick,
I did a little
tackle
overzealous
hug Glenn,
sometimes.
and you're like, babe, we gotta get you to safety.
So,
Okay,
Hood and like, look, dog, I'm the fastest racer.
Okay.
I'm an athlete. I have to do this. I
We're
have to
racing.
race.
We're racing.
We're all racing.
We're racing.
Should have stayed in
The
costume.
race is on.
I will say I've pulled down my hood though.
Yeah,
Out of-
yeah,
Yeah,
we
my hood
declared.
is just in my hat. So
Okay.
just go-
Yeah. So just
So
pulls.
first, Bellamy, you are trying to like distract Glenn. That's
Yeah.
the deal. Okay, let's see how that goes first. So that is a quippy skill. You are on the spot here.
Yeah.
You are a thwippy character. Your number's 4. You can roll. You can roll 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, 6.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am gonna make you reroll.
All right. 6. There's no stopping the diving bell.
Okay. Fine. Yeah, and you know what? It's like
He's in like a very
it works.
fashionable purple like vest and like light purple.
Now it's only one victory, so he's distracted. But like, you know, he feels like there's something up. That you know, and you know,
There is.
right. And he doesn't know what, but he sort of like he gets the feeling that he is distracted, but gets the feeling you're trying to distract him from something. So
And no one else came in with me, right?
no.
Unfortunately, not.
Okay.
Okay, the rest of you are racing up the side of the building there,
Yeah,
right?
mhm,
Trying
yeah,
to catch
yeah.
Spiderwave.
Yes.
That
was a race.
Also, that.
Also race.
Mo-
It's
mo-
a
mostly-
race.
mostly
I'm gonna
It's
play
a
race.
race.
Okay,
gonna
it's a
happen.
race.
The
Let's.
hell you are.
It's
Fast
a
moving
race.
things. I
Okay.
just have the urge to follow and chase them.
I'm gonna do an improv thing here. We're
Yeah,
gonna make
yeah.
up a race mini game.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I'm gonna race dirty.
Keep in mind.
I'm Venom. I just stole tater tots from a kid.
Oh! Good. Thank God it was Venom and not
Yeah, no,
Spiderwave. I was like,
yeah.
This is
Just
why
Spiderwave
we
is
brought
just
Rave
really
to the
mean
show.
to
This kind of character. So, okay, everyone can roll 1 die.
Okay.
There are 3 legs to the race, basically. So you're rolling 1d6 3 times, and we'll see based on whoever has the highest total gets their first, second highest total gets their second, so on and so forth.
Are rerolls applicable?
You are not racing. You're
no,
on the
but I'm
building.
just.
No,
Oh, are
just-
rerolls
I think it's
applicable?
just
No.
Yeah.
Ah,
Straight rolling.
Straight rolling.
Hey, some of us
I
only
hate
have
straight
2.
rolling.
Just roll
Got, like,
1d6.
2 over
1d6.
here.
All right.
All right.
Oh damn, that was good, Sam. Oh, we got
That
4.
4 as well. 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Sam got a 5 and everyone else got
Really?
4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
round 2, same thing.
Come on.
Got
Wow.
4 again.
Wow.
4.
Oh. 1.
Oh.
2.
Oh.
Okay,
How about
4, 4, 2, 1.
No,
No, I got
one,
1.
2. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Everyone keep track of your total running.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
one
yeah.
last
Keep
round.
remembering that I'm dignified. It halts me for a moment.
And also.
Well, you're British.
Oh, there's no way.
Oh!
I missed you by 1 point. Ah.
R 4.
5.
Brilliant.
Okay, so the final totals are.
It's 14.
16. Oh,
Oh,
15.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, 15.
10 as well, yeah.
Because you
Okay.
had 4, 1, and
Yeah.
5.
So, Spidey, as usual, you are the racer and you zip up the side of that building.
I mean, I'm the one who has retractors
Yes.
built in. So all I have to do
Yeah.
is shoot
This is true.
and
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even have webs.
yeah.
I do get tired.
I try to do it where I like do my interdimensional webbing like for things for me to like pull myself up and running at the same time. It doesn't work.
and you're
also a
Venom.
new hero, right? You're still working out your
Yeah, like
locomotion.
I won't try this again.
But you are
Well
going
done.
fast and you get to the top quickest. You are coming up the side and you see this hero get ahead of you.
I barreled through a window.
I want to try to take advantage of the fact that I have speed, swing it around to catch her, and then whip to another building.
Ooh.
Okay, so I tried to barrel through a window and then that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, horizontal momentum.
yeah.
Vertical.
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll to barrel through a window. Now
Yeah.
you've got the Venom symbiote and the Iron Spider costume. So normally you would be able to roll, I would say, 3 as a quippies thing because it's an action thing. But
Yeah, and Saturday is definitely helping.
She
doesn't know.
a party girl.
Saturday was not.
Doesn't know.
Saturday was not programmed for this. In this universe, they've never seen Venom before, so
Yeah.
they don't know. But unfortunately, because because Spidey got ahead of you and is now coming back down, you are going to have to sort of make your barrel through this force. So,
Okay, great.
That's going to take off. That'll take off 1 die.
Okay.
So you can roll 2. It's a quippy task. You want to roll over your number. Your number is
It's 5, right?
5.
Also, time is up.
Out May. One on me.
One at May. 1 success.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 success means you make it in, but Spidey just comes crashing down on you. So you make it through, barrel roll in, but you are immediately knocked unconscious by this other spider hero just falling right on you.
And
with
Venom's
all of
time's
their
up, so I
weight.
think Venom is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, that knocks the venom out
Yeah,
of
you know what, right? You
Flats
see
against the wall
Yes.
and seeps down into it.
this this black oil just like seeps out of them and just like escapes down into some vent, and you don't know what you just saw, but
you.
And I'm knocked out.
Okay, yeah.
But
That kid on the street is still crying.
What is Saturday doing?
Everything all right?
Saturday has changed all of your playlists and introduced like metal rave into all of it. There's now instant karma videos in your YouTube playlist.
it's all Megadeth.
You'll never get that out of
It's
there.
all Megadeth. No, you know what? This is raise a new person.
Yeah.
You're like the starter riot track
Yeah.
of Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's shifted what Saturday will allow to happen to as collateral damage, like what's
Ooh.
okay
Oh,
now,
wow.
as opposed to what she thought was okay.
The alignment's
Yeah, so it changed her alignment.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's canon.
changed.
Yeah.
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 Uh,
Where's Max's?
and
Cannon.
and Venom has been knocked out of Spider Rave, and you two finally catch up, but part of the building has been destroyed, and there are 4 staff spider heroes standing in the offices now, so everybody knows something's up.
Yeah.
Like, office workers are starting to gather. You can hear an alarm starting to go off. You can see cops rushing towards the building at street level.
I've taken Glenn while all of the race and stuff was happening up the elevator. I was just trying to convince him like we need to get somewhere safe. Where's your office? Like let's go to your office.
Oh, yeah, and
Web high
Very
fives,
nice.
Spidey, and hip bumps.
I'm out.
Oh.
I'm knocked out.
Hey, but good race. Good race, though.
I'm just sort of yelling at the onlookers. We're a new window washing service.
Sweep the chimney.
There are no chimneys anymore.
I'll fireman carry you then. If you're,
What is this, a
you're
brownstone? No.
It's your outfit, though. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm in
yeah.
joggers and
Right.
and a hip puffy coat, you know? Hip air.
Spidey.
So, I am not a stranger to people just, like, eating it after, like, a major... Can I, like, use that knowledge to awaken my buddy? Like, I know whether it's a slappy face, or, like, a shaky shake, or, like, to sing something really
Saturday?
annoying in their ear.
well, what
In terms of assisting.
because you're like unconscious right now.
Yeah.
Quick,
Put
this,
Yeah,
this
Saturday.
hat under her nose. That she'll show.
Oh.
Whiff, 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 whiff.
I think that works.
Why don't you roll?
Gross.
Otherwise,
It just smells
Saturday.
really intensely of perfume now.
Sure.
So
Okay,
it
it's a
just
quippy roll.
senses.
It is a quippy roll. You are used to grossing people out with the smell of your hat, so you can roll 3.
It's a favourite pastime of mine. When
Your
people try to pat you on the head when you're small.
your number
Haha!
3.
Smell your hand!
That.
I should try that.
Mhm.
Huh.
Saturday helps by removing the helmet.
helps by removing the helmet.
Yeah.
Okay. That I'll give that. You can roll. You can roll 4 on the smell of your helmet now.
I don't have 4 dice. May I borrow a dice? Thank you very much.
It's quippy. You want to roll over your
So
number.
I
Your
got
number's 3.
3 successes. One is Aunt May.
So absolutely, you wake up to the smell of this nauseating hat. And Aunt May
And
pops
your
into
socks. Buddy,
your
slipped
Spider
too
Wolf man. Do you have a
hard.
question?
Yes, I was sort of wondering, how many floors down are we from the boss's office?
You are just 2 floors down from the top right now. And we'll say you are with Glenn, and Glenn says, "You are absolutely right. I need to get you somewhere safe. Come here. I'm gonna put you in my office, and I gotta go find the boss." And Glenn takes you to his office and lets you in, and he's like, "Just stay here. Okay, you'll be safe." And he shuts and locks the door behind him and heads off.
Okay,
To the building.
when he heads off, I head over to his, there's a briefcase in his office that I packed, and it's got a spare diving bell suit in it. So I'm going to flip that open and start changing.
Yeah. Okay.
He doesn't know that it's there.
Like a nice little post-it note.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like a tuna sandwich to fit with a whole office.
So yeah, absolutely, you are changing into your diving bell uniform, and while you are changing into your diving bell uniform, outside the window, you hear the sound of these like little flappy wings, and just like this. And then coming down into view, there is the most majestic sight you have ever seen. A penguin with its wings spread, flying as penguins do, majestically soaring outside the window. And it's got like a little delivery hat, kind of like yours, like one of those old messenger
Little
bags.
music cap, yeah.
Yeah, and a messenger bag, and it comes outside the window, and it opens the window from the outside, and wah, 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 wah.
You're not like me.
And it is today's Carrier Penguin who's got messages for everybody. The first message is from Kaiboy, who says, "Hey peeps, keep up the awesome work being spider people. Also, I'm excited and have the right to say that, Sam, about tomorrow. Today, it's Monday here, which is weird because it's it's a Monday for reasons I don't want to say on stream, but if people want to check my Twitter.
Oh, hey.
Check Kaiboy's Twitter.
Mysterious.
Yes.
And thank you. And from Aki, our friend Aki, says, "Hey Xander,
Hey.
so happy to see you at the Tempting Fate table. Keep things thwippy and quippy, everyone." Thank you, Aki.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Who was in one of our previous Marvel Universes games. Some Redshirt says, "Keep at it from another friendly neighborhood Spider-Man."
Yeah.
Yay.
They're everywhere.
So many
Anyone can work. DJ Phoenix says, Spider Mouse, friendly neighborhood Spider Mouse. You're all awesome people. That's where it ends. But thank you.
On a good note.
And,
Yeah.
Dark of Nate says, "Welcome back, Spider folks. Happy first guest of the year. Hey, wouldn't be a crossover episode featuring a certain Malk vampire? Wouldn't a crossover episode featuring a certain Malk vampire be fun?
That would be.
That would be fun. We did a Vampire World once before.
Ooh.
Maybe we can
It
always
was
go back.
fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh
That
god,
was
I
fun.
did so many
I'm
murders.
glad it didn't suck.
Oh my gosh.
Quiet you. And Meaning of Night, our friend who does the official Carrier Penguin, says, "Carrier Penguin, so happy you guys are back in this swing of things. I've missed you all. Keep being awesome." Meaning of Night puns, let us know what you think in the chat. Thank you, Meaning of Night. And Strangely Raider says, "Saving throw forever. Also, this week I'm representing Order." Strangely Raider repping for Order this week. So whoever is repping for Chaos,
I mean, cater to
Hi, Dark of
Dark
Nate.
of
We
Nate,
see you.
yeah. And with that, the Carrier Penguin spreads its wings and soars majestically into the sky
As
with
penguins do.
the echoing call of the carrier penguin, which is like music to your ears. You all know what that sounds like.
Right. Bellamy's just like, I understood the words, but not the meaning.
And the penguin just disappears into the air. And thank you everybody for the carrier penguins, and thank you for everything tonight. We got one tier left, which is Galactus is nigh. So if you want to see everyone fight Galactus, we've got that.
We got this.
I definitely misread that one as Galactus' thigh.
Galactus is
If you want
thigh.
to see everyone fight Galactus' thigh, it is like the size of half the solar system. So
Yeah.
we can do that.
Is it fried?
What?
Is it fried?
It's a fried thigh.
Galactus is fried.
I mean-
thigh is nigh.
Let's discover whether or not it's leg day.
Fried thigh is nigh.
Let's skip leg day.
So yeah, you are now putting on your diving bell outfit, and you are coming back to consciousness, and you see all these office workers sort of gathering around you, and you hear an alarm going off, and suddenly this young man in a sharp suit, who you don't recognize, but is in fact Glenn Stacy, comes in leading a pack of security guards, and he looks around, and he's just like, what the hell is going on?
That's fair.
Webb goes, the greatest race of all time!
Who?
We were skydiving and something went horribly wrong.
What?
Oh my god.
You were so cool! You were so cool.
Why
Yeah,
am I
you
wearing
almost
this
won. I
jacket?
beat you though.
Radical
I beat you in the
sports.
race,
That
just so you
feels
know.
fake.
Gnarly.
It's fake.
Skydiving?
Yeah.
Okay, make a quippy roll to see if Glenn Stacy
Yep.
believes your
That's your thing,
skydiving
isn't
I had to
story.
try.
Yeah.
I would
Um,
like to assist by throwing up various cool.
okay, you make a quippy roll first.
It's like,
You are not very
that's
cool.
for spiders.
You are a little stiff.
This.
So you can roll 1. It's a quippy, you want to roll under your number. Sorry, you want
I
to
do-
roll over your
oh.
number.
Wait.
Quippy.
I put the intention low and
Yeah.
I rolled low.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was
you
I
can
misspoke.
re-roll if you want to.
It's okay.
But it's just
I
a
will
help one.
re-roll
You gonna re-roll?
for this radical plan.
No, hey, everything helps. You never know.
I will roll a different.
Glenn
I
Stacy
don't
could be
know.
trouble.
Over!
Well, Glenn Stacy could get in trouble.
Mhm.
I'm trying to save the
You want to roll
boyfriend.
over your number.
Must be
Your
protect
number
all
is
costs.
3.
I don't assist. I'm
Don't
not going
assist.
to do another reroll.
And just to put it out there, Glenn Stacy, of course, has like long blonde hair and a side shave.
Just
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Like I
Make
said,
it
protect
hot.
at
Coiffed.
all
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah.
So, Spidey,
Yeah.
I love that they
roll.
still do it though.
You
But
can
it's
roll
bad.
2.
My
It is
face
a
doesn't
quippy
sell it.
task. Your number is 2.
2 successes!
Yay!
So it's gonna
It's like this morose, like 12-year-old.
This is why we're still in a relationship. He's very gullible.
Yeah.
Glenn says like, okay, skydiving. You got all right. Call off security. Call off the robots. Everything's fine. He says, looks around at the damage. He's like, oh my god, the mayor is gonna be furious.
It's okay. The skydiving company has insurance.
Yeah, and we're not going to sue, so that's great.
No need to sue.
But take us to your leader.
Where did you skydive from? Mars?
Just
Roswell, New Mexico.
we don't want all this to like fall out on you, my dude. Like
You're formally apologize.
you're a
to whoever's
hard-working
building
like man in a suit with like. Man, I dig that side shave.
this. We would like to formally apologize.
Okay.
And
at
put
this-
your people in touch with like insurance people.
Of course.
Okay, you can roll a help roll for her original take us to your leader. So first it's quippy, you can roll 2.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You want to roll over your number is 2.
That's 2 successes,
2 successes.
one of which is handmade.
Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. So you can roll 2 because your take us to your leader was not super smooth to begin with. So that is a quippy task. You want to roll over your number.
Over my number.
Your number
Okay.
is a 4. You
Yeah.
can roll 2.
This is going to work. It does work because there's 1 is a 6. So
Success.
it works.
Mhm.
All right. You know what? You just wait here. I'm going to go get my boss. And Glenn Stacy turns to the security guards like, keep an eye on them. and sort of dashes up the stairs. And Aunt May pops into your ear. Aunt May, what? Do you have any questions?
Hey, yeah, that dude Glenn Stacy just mentioned something about, like, calling off robots, implying that perhaps there are robot controls nearby that we should know about. Where are those at?
There is a part of the mayor's office that has a security console in it. And that security console controls the experimental patrol robots that protect this building from, superhero-sized threats, which come up all the time in this kind of New York.
That's true. That's super valid. Thank you, Aunt May.
Anytime, Aunt May out. And Aunt May is gone, and Glenn Stacy comes back, and behind him is a tall, late 40, early 50 something white guy with kind of scars all over his face. He looks like he has been burned with electricity or acid or something. It's it is a distinct
Yeah, it's a look.
yeah, it is a look, but
I'm not here for it.
But he walks in and he's like, so these are the skydivers, eh?
I would like to basically tell Saturday to like take a picture of his face, and then look up all recent headlines about this guy.
Okay.
I'd like to say that Saturday does that, but then also makes her arm reach out and grab somebody's lunch off of their desk.
Saturday's just a meme for me.
Okay. You know what? Brave.
So are you in the full suit then?
Yeah, right
But
now.
she's got the trench coat on.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Still in
Yeah.
the suit with the trench coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Got it.
you have all changed into your spider outfits because of the race up the building.
Yep.
So
Oh, well,
it's
we
like,
we
Oh.
we
just
pulled
masks.
we
Oh,
just
you're
pulled
just
masks
masks?
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a skater boy with a Spider-Man mask.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
so
totally
we
cool.
we
It's totally
literally
fun.
look like
Super
normal
normal.
people just with like different.
Okay.
It's the
Masks
wind
on.
blockers when you're doing
So-
skydiving.
Exactly, my dude.
Brave, roll a Thwippy. You can roll 1 because Saturday is not in the best of mind right now.
Oh man.
Also, what kind of lunch is it? Oh shit! It's a tuna sandwich
You
from
wanna
Glenn
roll
Stacy.
Under your number
Oh no,
5.
it is. It
God
has
damn,
to
I
be.
rolled.
6. I want to re-roll this.
I
I
just
got it.
realized I
Okay.
didn't describe what my face looks
Yeah,
like.
success.
It's just like those
Success.
ski masks with the like snarling teeth.
Oh.
I love those.
That's
Okay,
what
so
it was
yeah.
like.
Like KDAs.
Absolutely, you get the picture, and Saturday starts running, and it identifies, Victor Von Doom, mayor of New York, former diplomat of the country of Latveria,
So this is our guy, huh?
and you see a bunch of headlines running past you on the screen, but they all sort of look like they have to do with the mayor's race and sort of city politics and stuff like that.
Does from the what is the general consensus about this guy? Do people like him? Do they not? In this world, is he considered a good guy, or is he considered like that shady mayor that
What are his poll numbers?
In this world, like his reputation is that he is sort of a tough mayor. He is hard on crime. He is tough on the budget. He is he was elected for his ruthless business skills.
Okay, got it.
But
Too real.
he is respected for those things. He is.
By whom?
He is known. He was elected. He was a diplomat from a foreign country who was sort of so well respected just for the ideas that he was putting on the table that he eventually was elected mayor of the city that he was dispatched to as a diplomat. And he was respected for all that. And he's one of those guys where he swept in after there was, we'll say, a highly crooked administration before him.
Corruption.
The oldest story.
Yes, and he sort of jumped in on that corruption scandal and found himself in charge of New York, and he has been in charge of New York now for, let's say, 6 years.
Okay.
I think the term of the mayor in New York is about 6 years or so. So he either just won re-election or he's about to have re-election. But he's been in office a long time.
So Pax is standing next to me, right?
Pax is
In a
standing next to
sense.
you, but first he sees the robot arm steal the lunch, and he looks and he kind of laughs and he's like, I admire your moxie.
Yes, we're skydivers. Quack.
And she like forces herself to eat it. She doesn't know what to do at that point.
If you're skydivers,
Yeah,
where are your parachutes?
Well, that
Oh.
was why we ended
Yeah.
up through the building, huh?
Yeah, like they detached at a certain point, and we had to glide in.
Yeah, it's sort of
This was an
base
emergency
jumping.
landing.
We were supposed to glide in on this big, like there was like this landing area, but wind advisory, strong wind advisory.
Yeah.
Saturday, do you have any parachutes?
I do have one. Would you like for me to deploy right now? I can also play metal rave music while I do it.
Do both.
And you'll just stand there with the
busted behind, so it would just go whoosh, you out.
But detach immediately.
Okay.
And Von Doom just sees that happen. He's just like,
See it like clearly defective?
It deployed a little
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
We're deciding
Thank God I
if
made
we
it
want
through the
to,
window, eh?
honestly.
Oh boy.
And he looks over at you and he says, what did you say your name was?
Oh, well, I'm,
Make a thwippy test.
so smooth. So smooth.
I want you to make
Oh,
a
yeah.
thwippy test. You
as
can roll one die. You want to roll beneath your number. Your number is 4.
Okay. 4!
Okay, as he sort of leans in at you, your spider sense goes off in a way. It doesn't. None of the rest of you experience this, but you detect magic.
Wow.
You get
As a
your spider
cantrip?
sense warns you. It's like, oh, you know that feeling. That's the vibe of magic. You know magic.
Okay. I have a Ask Aunt May.
Oh, you have an Ask Aunt May, sure.
Um,
Aunt May, can I answer any questions for you?
would it be a very bad idea for us to tell him our real names?
Would it be a very bad idea?
Like, I don't know if there's us that exists in this world.
Just for him.
Just for him?
I
Okay.
mean, the rest of you probably, right, by virtue of being from another universe, are probably okay.
Like we probably don't exist
Except
as
for the
is
portal
in this universe, so
Yeah.
we'll do.
I will say yes. As a matter of
Well,
canon,
so you
only
come
he
over
would
and
really have to fear for his secret identity. Poppy snores still coming from across the
I know,
room.
it's real cute.
Okay, then Felicity like thrusts out her chest, like goes in his face and be like, I'm Flash and you're like mayor or something.
Yes.
I mean, you don't really regulate safety stuff than mayor because we almost died and that would have been on your doorstep. I think we should talk more in your office.
It's just uncomfortable.
Try, make a quippy roll. You want to roll over your number, you can roll 2. Your number is 4, you're thwippy.
You can't
Where-
tell I'm usually a 2.
Where is your boy Bellamy?
So I'm doing some stuff, but we can finish
Yeah,
this
yeah.
result.
I'm trying to roll over my number.
Yeah, you're trying to roll over your number.
Okay.
And we'll come back to you like right now.
Cool.
1 success. I'll use one of my rerolls for the other one.
This is a good one.
2 successes.
Okay, but I'm going to make you re-roll one of them.
Oh no!
Reroll the one that I just rerolled. 2 successes.
So, you know, you're right. This is no place to discuss business. And he turns to Glenn Stacy and says, I'm going to take them up to my office. And he says, come with me. And he leads you up a set of stairs and or into an elevator that heads to his private office. And you are on the way. And we will get back to Diving Bell, who
Yes.
has just got your costume on, and you are in Glenn Stacy's office.
Yes, so I've pulled up my phone and I'm texting Aunt May, my Aunt May,
Yeah.
SOS, bring the suits. And then that's that. And then
Save our suits.
I'm writing a
That's what
post-it note on Glenn's desk. Had to poop. See you at home, heart B.
Oh my gosh.
Just see you at home. You had to go home to poop.
Yeah.
Are you a nervous public pooper?
Well, he thinks I am. And then,
You must think you have the most healthy bowels of our
or
time.
IBS.
Go see a gastroenterologist.
Yeah. And then, so all of the other stuff has been going on. So sometime I've opened up Glenn's window and kind of stickied myself outside onto the side of the building. And through my general knowledge, because I've been on tours before, I'm going to try to find Von Doom's window, his office window, on the outside.
Okay.
So I'm going to crawl on the, because I'm planning on breaking in if there's nobody in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Am I
Carry
able to
on
like
my
tell them
legacy.
like while we're going up, be like, hey, dude's got magic.
What?
I can feel it. Dude's got
Magic
magic.
doesn't exist. It's so confusing.
What do you think I am?
I don't know. Like quantum physics or something?
So also quantum physics or something.
I don't know.
Okay, you realize like magic is just like science that you don't know
Yeah.
yet.
Put
That
that on
sounds-
a t-shirt.
And you're having this conversation while you go up the stairs. Diving Bell, roll roll a
Definitely an
quippy
elevator.
task to see if you
Or
can
he
scurry up
can
the side of
more
the building and get into this office without being seen.
Okay, with one?
No, you're pretty experienced superhero. This is the kind of thing you do. You can roll 3.
3.
And I'm sort of walking with a feigned injury. We are pretending to have just been blown through
Right.
a window.
Yeah.
I can't even walk.
What?
Oh no! I was trying to
gets
roll
old.
over.
You are quippy. You're trying to roll over your number. You're
3 failures.
3 failures.
Damn!
This one is not my day.
Okay, so
love you, son.
you are there trying to break into the window when the door of the office flies open and Mayor Von Doom leaves
I
the
look like a
the
Garfield
four of
window.
you. And you are just there, and Mayor Von Doom looks at you, and he turns and he looks at the other 4 of you, and he pulls up his arm. He's like, "Security!"
Oh shit!
No! Dad,
And,
can I knock him out?
Yeah.
Great.
Go for it.
Squeaker Parker immediately jumps off my shoulder.
Whoa.
Office.
Yes.
Okay. Squeaker Parker jumps off your shoulder and into the office.
Rerolls.
Tries to
Yeah.
just get into the
Oh, wow,
office
this is
because
fun.
clearly we're not going to have a conversation in here.
Okay, Squeaker Parker gets in, and you start to hear sirens going off. And Von Doom looks at you, and he says, "I don't know who you think you're messing with, but this was a very bad idea."
You're a very bad idea.
It's-
I'm just turning. I'm turning quippy.
A real good time to web him up.
Yeah, let's web.
Go
Okay.
web.
Like before he uses more words
Silly
or hand
string.
gestures
Yeah.
or anything.
All right, that is a quippy skill. You're
I
just
web
trying
him
to
up. It's the thing I do.
All right, you want to roll over your number.
Yeah.
Your
This is-
number is 2.
Yeah.
You can roll 3
Yeah.
because
This
is what you
This
do.
is the way I spider. That's 2 successes. One of
Alright.
which is an Aunt May.
But I'm going to make you re-roll one of those successes.
All right. Well, in that case, yeah, fuck you, Dragon Lady.
All right, I'll let you.
You didn't specify whether it was the Aunt May or not. That's up to you.
You could always keep the MA.
Okay,
So it's
I've only been playing this game for.
you shoot out webbing from chair, and it comes around Doom, and while you are encircling him with webbing, Aunt May pops into your ear. This is Aunt May. Do you have a question?
Yeah. What other immediate threats do I have to be aware of now that there are sirens and security being called and like maybe those robots? I don't know. What's coming at us?
Security officers and Doombots are coming up the hall right now.
Okay, I recommend that we evacuate this situation with a mayor.
What did he speak on? He spoke on his comm.
Yeah, he's got like a.
Okay, can I try
Miscommunicator.
and steal that from him and like try to spoof with some sort of signal? Like send a like
Would you
Abort
like
and
to
encore.
start our impersonation protocol?
Yes, I would love that Saturday. Let's do that. I did not know that was an option. Please tell me more about that.
I can replicate his vocal pattern, and you can say whatever you want into this into his technology.
Okay, yes. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Activating voice modification.
And then I want to take up his comment, and we can see if it succeeds or not. But I basically want to speak into him and be like, abort, send back troops. That sounds
So
right.
That is a
No, send back troops. I've taken. This was a butt dial.
Whoopsie.
Oh my gosh.
okay, that is a flippy task. You can roll under your number.
Great.
Not only are we the players
can roll
professionals
one
on
die.
things, so are the
I
characters.
can roll one die. Under my number?
Under your number.
Success.
All right, but I'm gonna make you reroll that.
Okay, great.
Come on, buddy.
Even with the help of Saturn?
Aunt May. Yes!
Whoa!
Yeah, fuck you, dragon lady.
Okay. You get the communicator off and you start shouting codes into it. And from the other side, you hear, a voice. It's like, who is this?
It's Mr. Doom, obviously. Can't you tell by my voice?
Mayor Von Doom?
Yes.
Well, what's the safe code?
Judging from all of the articles that I could find online, Mayor Von Doom would not take this from any subordinate.
You dare question me? Do you want to come up here and ask me the safe code to my face?
All right, I'm on my way up, and then a click.
Great, we're gonna.
Again, I
Take
recommend
him
evacuation with the mayor.
Sounds like
Let's
a
kidnap
plan.
the mayor.
Yeah.
This is fine.
I want to feel around the room for any magic that is, or if magic is concentrated anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mouse is at the keyboard. It's actually a tech genius.
Keyboard and mouse.
Tech genius?
Keyboard and mouse.
Okay, we'll do that in a second. First, let's do the magic roll. That is a thwippy.
Someone
You want to
lock the
roll
door.
under your number. Your number is 4. You can roll 2.
Oh God. I sort of scooch Victor
I got
Von
one
Doom
success.
so that like if the door opens, it opens into his face.
Yes.
Just 'cause
also,
I'm a
can we
jerk.
lock the door. Let's lock the door too. But first,
Yeah, that
let's
too,
resolve
but,
this,
like, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
you got
got
one
one
success?
success.
And why don't you roll on behalf
Yes.
of Spider Mouse, who is
Yes.
a tech genius, which means
is-
we'll say that Spider Mouse
That's
is
my
their
specialty.
number is we'll say 5. That would be
can
tech
roll
genius. No, you can your number's 5.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
you
of
can roll
course.
3
5.
because you're a tech genius.
I like the idea that like Spider Mouse's sidekick's new keyboard. Musical kind of hero, maybe.
Oh,
2
yeah.
successes.
2 successes. Okay. So you first, Webb, you do your thing and you sense this kind of magic energy. But it's not the same thing you sensed off of Doom before. It's more like what you sensed in the subway. Like when you sense that presence watching you. You get the feeling that magical presence is in this room also. But what you were going for, the Doom magic, you kind of don't get anything off of that. And you can relay that to them. Spider Mouse, Squeaker Parker, dances around on the keyboard.
It's like you realize this is nightmare fuel for me.
I love one
Smart.
squeaker mouse.
One.
We stand one.
and Spider Mouse, how many successes did you get?
2.
2. Okay, yeah. You absolutely go through the system, and first of all, you are able to find, let's say, blueprints for the security bots, for the Doom bot that you encountered before, like a plan, like a blueprint for it.
Sure.
And you are also able to find blueprints for structure in Midtown Manhattan that all of you recognize. There's one of them in all of your universes. It's called the Baxter Building.
Oh, yeah.
It is an extremely tall skyscraper, very advanced, home in most of your universes to a team known as the Fantastic Four.
Is it the tallest building in this Manhattan?
Yeah, I would say it's the tallest building in this Manhattan.
Good
Does
to
the two
know.
towers exist?
I'll make a note.
Maybe the tallest building in every Manhattan.
So,
Character.
all right, so do we want to take him with us? I say as I steal his wallet.
Does he steal his wallet?
Does anyone hear the printer printing things?
I'm like patting,
Just go over. Oh, blueprints.
patting him down
Wonderful.
for like amulets, and his wallet is there.
Okay, and I'll say on that, the front door of the office like kicks open, and there's a security guard.
One.
And there are one security guard backed by two robots, and the security guard turns to you and he pulls his gun and he points it around. He's like, "All right,
Smoke bomb.
what's going on here?"
His back is to the door, so you can't tell that he's like got his mouth webbed up. So
That's true. So
Oh.
someone who could imitate a
Von Doom.
face.
Von Doom,
yeah.
and you're throwing a smoke bomb.
Where are we hiding? No one told me we were hiding.
No, we
wait,
weren't- we
so
weren't
can I
hiding.
imitate a
You
voice?
could totally.
Yes,
Because you can't see his mouth.
But we've already established Renee is bad at acting, but we're gonna do this.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
So you decided to come and and face me off.
So while this is happening, Diving Bell is going to be using his stickies to like open the window to this office, and then flip around into the office. And as soon as the security busts through and the smoke bomb goes off, he's going to send out a globe to where that security officer was, and just 2-foot kick to like knock it back.
Why was
Okay.
your name not Globetrotter?
Oh, that's good.
So I guess what this is amounting to is you are doing this impression and then you are shooting him with a globe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a distraction thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll a quippy task, see
Okay.
if your distraction works. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 2,
Yay!
because Saturday is assisting you with this impression.
Yay! I got 1 success.
1 success. Okay, and that's
That's
all
all you
it
need for
takes.
help.
That's
yeah.
it,
So you can roll 4 because this is what you do. You shoot globes at people.
And what is it? It's
It's
flipping.
a quippy task. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 4.
2 successes and 1 is an aunt May.
Okay, so instantaneously you hit him, and he hears the voice, and he's like, "Sir," and then all of a sudden, boom! That globe comes and just knocks him 2 feet into the wall, and he's knocked back, and he shouts into his. He's got a wrist communicator also, and he's like. This is security officer Parker, Peter issuing an alert. Everyone in my location now.
Oh no! And then as that's happening, I'm keeping an eye out for Glenn. Is Glenn still in the area?
Glenn, he was downstairs 2 floors. He never came back up here, so
Okay,
he's
cool.
not around. At least at this moment. And Von Doom all of a sudden gets up, and you see him struggling, and he's starting to break the webbing on you, and and you just hear him, Doombots, order attack 1. And the 2 Doombots that were behind, the security officer, Peter Parker, sort of roar to life and jump into the middle of the room with you.
Do you want to attack us before you want to know what we know about the portals?
I did throw it. I got more.
You're trying to stall Doom?
Yep. Because that was why we were actually here.
Doom still has a web, doesn't he?
You broke
looks like
off
you
in
broke-
order
you
to tell the
broke it
Doobots to
Oh,
attack.
that wasn't Peter.
No.
No, that Peter also said a thing,
Got
but
it.
the
Okay.
call for Doombots was
Peter called for
from Doom,
reinforcements.
Do you have
and
the 2
then
printouts?
I
Got it.
attended that.
Okay.
Put them in your suit.
Oh yes, no, they are
So-
already safe.
That is a quippy roll.
Yeah.
You want to roll over your number.
Yep.
You are a quippy character. Let's say you can roll 2.
Alright. Nope. Beep. 1 success. I will reroll. Okay. I will reroll both of them. Which is super convenient. 2 successes, 1 of which is yay! And
Oh,
unto
yeah,
the
then
dragon
okay.
lady I do say.
What is Oh, thank you for the bits, PFW Scott.
Yeah!
Wow, my rerolls are cursed tonight. I haven't succeeded.
Keep on using
The
them.
dragon
Maybe it'll
lady
get
is the
better.
worst.
And I still think I have an Aunt May too. I think from the last.
Oh, do you?
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
take him.
So, let's say the robots are squaring up to fight. You say your
Do you want to
comment.
know what we know about the portals?
Doom is thinking, sizing up the situation. Aunt May pops into your ear. This is Aunt May.
What's the weakness of these Doombots?
Doombots are, they don't have a conspicuous weakness. I mean, okay, you can EMP them. They're electronic. If you can light off an EMP, it'll turn them off. Or you can just break them the old-fashioned way, like you saw dropping them off a building. Like they are susceptible to just melee damage. They are tough, but you can destroy them.
And the window is currently open.
Yes.
Did anybody
So
else
if
have?
anyone Toro lays.
Yeah.
we're
Did
good.
anyone else have an?
Yes,
that
was me.
It was
Yes.
you. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Hey, so, we were directed in this direction because we thought Victor Money might have some information on the portals. Where would that be?
Victor Von Doom. He has information on how to travel between universes. He doesn't necessarily have information on your portals in particular. That information, we'll say that would still be in in this office in the security computer, which I guess Spider Mouse now has a way into.
All right.
Did Spider Mouse get that info?
Spider Mouse has hacked in and is in the hacking process. Hey,
Currently
could you
searching.
tunnel into the...
Happening.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's get we'll get back. Spider Mouse starts jumping around on the keyboard, and Doom stops and he says, halt, and the Doombots just like freeze, like in like mid motion, and Doom pulling the webbing and dusting himself off and
What, you thought you were the only person who knew about trans-dimensional travel? I got your trans right here.
and very clever. What do you know about my portals?
Hey, you first, dude. You were the one that was attacking us.
I believe you crashed into my office, damaging the building, and then tried to break into my office from the outside.
1, successfully.
Allegedly. Oh.
Then
There's a whole lot more shit we can do. This building is still standing.
There are 2 options. You kill us and you don't know what we know, or you don't. You tell us, and then we tell you.
and he looks you over.
Meanwhile, Spider-Man
he
is
says-
stalling for Spider-Man.
yes.
That's all that's going on over here. Because Victor Von Doom can't see a mouse at the keyboard because it's too small.
That's what you're doing? You're trying to stall?
Well,
I
but
wanna
also see if I can get this
It's all in
information
your
for free.
inner
Yeah, no,
eye.
Okay.
this is a 2-pronged attack.
Let's do a quippy
I
roll.
want,
Sure, yeah,
I want
let's
this
go.
actual
Spider
information.
Mouse only doing
Yeah.
You can roll 2. It's quippy. You want to roll
Whoa.
Oh, crap. Yeah.
over your number.
Snake eyes.
Oof.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So
Ouch.
the distraction part definitely working. Von Doom, if you know about interdimensional travel, he looks you over. 5 spider heroes. You, I know.
No, you don't. Different dimension.
No, he's
No, to
pointing
me.
the diving bell.
Oh, I know,
Oh,
but
okay,
still.
cool, cool.
No,
Yep,
yeah, this
denied
is
anyway.
Yep,
Cool,
nope,
cool, cool.
nope, no, you don't. Different dimension.
They are
Nice
always
try.
dramatically different.
and he looks around and sort of he sort of waves his hands at you, and his hand sort of like glows like purple slightly, and he looks at it and he's, you're not the only one who knows magic. And then he turns back to you and he's, you're all from different dimensions, aren't you?
Yep.
Except you.
Damn it.
What's it to you?
How did you get here?
Hey, you answer one of our questions, we answer one of yours.
Oh, good
It's only fair.
That's a good tactic.
Roll a quippy roll. You want to roll over your number? You can roll 2.
How are you doing, Mousy?
Alright, I have to roll.
Mousy,
I'm just
for-
silently.
Mousy,
grabbing
roll
more
3.
papers, Putting them away.
Mousy, you roll 3. It's a thwippy task. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 5.
Come on, mouse.
Oh,
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's 2 successes.
2 successes.
and one's
and
is his
2
two
are
are his
on
number.
me.
Mouse doesn't get to ask and make questions.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Squeak,
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 squeaker.
squeak,
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 squeaker.
squeak.
Oh, that was squirrel. My bad.
Squeak and
Okay,
squeak.
and I had to roll over my number. I have 1 success.
1 success.
You do a weirdly good Patrick Warburton.
Thank you. I've been told that never.
All right, so Von Doom. I'll play your game for a moment. What do you want to know?
So you definitely know transdimensional travel. Have you used that recently? Are you the one responsible for getting us here?
I know nothing about how you got here. Now you tell me. By what means were you conveyed to this universe?
We were pulled here via another individual. We believe that person's dead now.
What individual?
It was a villain called the Spot.
I feel like you got to ask more questions than we got to ask.
In fairness.
Though there's also like
Quid pro quo.
a good faith like full answers, so that we also receive full answers, kind of
I
like
just like to play
reciprocity
by
sort
the
of deal.
rules.
Well, and so that's why, like, you know.
Just that's a lot. Let's
Okay.
play by the rules.
How did Mousy do? We got 2 successes? Okay. I'm going to say Mousy got some information just in time, because Doom's... I grow weary of this. And he waves his hand, and as he does it, there's this, like, sort of purple wave that sort of just blows you all, like, through the open wall and out the window.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You, and you. Oh, thank you for the subs. No,
Thank
Wow.
you.
Cool name.
Everybody but Webb, you are now falling. Everybody make a catch yourself roll.
Yeah.
This is going to be quippy. You want to roll, you can roll 2. You want to roll over your number.
I'd like to add something to my roll.
Sure.
I'm going to globe myself and as many people as I can as we're falling for protection.
And I'm going to be
Okay.
trying to get Spider Wolfman in particular, because he does not have webs or automatic web magic.
And Saturday is
Dipshit.
obviously going to help.
Right, exactly. I figure like Saturday has got
Yeah.
Rave covered. I need to get Spider Wolfman.
Because I got 0 successes
you.
even after a
Ooh.
reroll.
You got
Fine,
0
buddy.
successes after a roll?
That was my first thought. I
Alright.
was like,
Thank
I'm fine. You're...
I was very much like,
I also got rid of my mom.
eventually I hit a
when
building or something
When you have
to grab
Yeah,
one more
Spider
dice,
no goes flat.
Saturday's helping you.
Would I have one
Yeah.
more dice because
I just
Saturday's
did this.
helping me? 3 dice?
Sure, you can roll one more.
And I successed
That's
twice
not-
on that.
How much am I rolling?
It's worth a shot.
Then
Too
her
quippy.
alignment
Too
is
quippy.
way
Yeah.
off, more than we thought.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah?
2 successes.
So that
Alright.
should allow us to connect so that I've got you and then can flip from there.
Wonderful.
And that is exactly what happens. How did you do?
It was for Quippy, and you wanted me to roll 2.
Yeah.
Okay, then
2 successes?
2 failures.
2 failures. Okay.
I'm going to reroll.
You're
Yes,
gonna roll.
yes,
go
do
for
it. This is the correct time.
Do I
only
reroll?
roll one
I'm gonna,
dice.
yeah,
One
let's do
per
one.
coin. Yeah.
And I want to go over. Yes.
Yeah.
I did. A 6.
Okay, so what I'll say is,
I'll
yeah,
get myself.
you managed to save
Stop hitting
yourself. And what also happens is you save yourself, and you have that bubble you saved yourself in, and you're about to maneuver it right underneath the falling Iron Spider, but you may come up short by about like 2 feet, and Iron Spider just like plunges through the sidewalk. You're okay. You're shielded inside for the most part,
Great.
but you took some damage to that fall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Saturday, we good?
Saturday saw that there were a bunch of food carts that were underneath you, so was thinking, oh, more free food. So decided not to catch it. So
Now, Webb, you're the only one who didn't go falling, and Doom sort of seems intrigued, and he looks at you. Your magic is stronger than I thought. And he sort of waves his hands at you again, and he says, "What is the source of your power?"
oh, that's one question too many. And I interdimensional web out of the office.
Mouse has climbed into your leg.
Oh dear
pocket.
God.
Okay, roll a quippy roll. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 2.
It's tiny mouse, a pant leg.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Fine.
I think this is gonna make me fail this roll. There's no way.
Strictly speaking,
okay, I have
Spider
2 successes.
you and
one's
Peter
an
Pepper
Aunt
both riding
May.
with me.
Okay.
Can I ask my
Yes,
Aunt May
his
before I
pepper never
complete the
left me.
action though?
Yes.
Is it in my best interest to leave quickly or to answer his questions?
I mean, that's a complicated question. It's like Doom can be very dangerous. It can always be in your best interest to take an exit when you can find one.
Alright, then
But what I will say is, you did connect. That's 2 successes. You shoot that webbing, and you are about to swing out of the office. But as Doom sees you about to zip out on him, he looks around and he grabs the closest person next to him, the security guard, Peter Parker, and he pulls him and puts his hand on his head. And he's like,
Oh, okay.
No, stop.
"Gonna run out on me, Spider Hero, are you?"
No.
"No, you're not going to, are
You better not.
And Parker, sir, and he sort of jostles him, and you can tell that this guy is in a lot of pain.
Okay. I don't go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
What is the source of your power?
The source of my power is having strong self-esteem. I use interdimensional webbing to web his hand so hard it goes into the wall because he was about to try.
Okay, you're gonna try and pull his hands away from Parker by letting him.
That.
Okay, that is a quippy task. You want to roll over your number. Whew. You can roll. You can roll 2.
Peter. Don't let
I
me
think that
be
you
the
select
infant of
which
this
2
universe.
to roll.
I have no idea the significance of this person, but I'm the Peter Parker stand-in.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm gonna use 2 rerolls.
You want 2 rerolls?
Yeah,
from the table.
legit,
Yeah,
legit.
because I've only got 1 reroll over here.
Thank
so
you,
this-
Mom.
Yeah,
That's
reroll
for
save a life.
something.
Specifically Peter
Our
Parker's
friendly
life.
arms.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I going to do?
Okay, I have 1 success.
Good.
Okay, 1 success. Yeah, the webbing gets on one of his hands and sort of like pulls at him. And oh, by the way, Zinar Faith sends their reroll to Martia.
Just in time.
Thank you, everybody.
We're all
Very
spider
needed.
people.
Trying to
So-
save Peter.
Yeah, your webbing shoots and pulls his hand, and it kind of works. You get Peter out from his grasp, but it's only 1 success, so there's a little bit of a backfire. And the backfire is as you pull Peter, he goes flying past you and out the window, and is now plunging.
Diving out.
All right.
I want to bubble him. I see him come, like a body come flying out, and I'm like, ah!
All right, hang on. We're gonna get back to that because this is her chance to get a shot at redemption and save the Peter Parker of this universe.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he is now plunging to his death. This is a quippy task. It is fast action in the moment. You are diving out a window, trying to web someone at the same time. Something Spider-Man has failed at in his own career.
I'm gonna say that Spider Mouse has, like grabbed onto right here, which galvanizes me to go even faster.
Spider Mouse, make a roll. It is a quippy roll. You want to roll over your
Squeeze
number.
of encouragement.
Yes.
It's like
Spider Mouse, roll 3. You are very skilled rhetorically for a mouse. So your squeeze of
That is
encouragement are great. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 5.
This is actually not easy.
Hey.
Oh, 1 success.
1 success is all it takes. You hear that squeaking, and it gets
Yeah.
gets you
Quick little nuzzle.
a little
Nice.
extra edge.
everybody gets 1.
All right, you can roll 3 now to try and save the plunging Peter Parker.
God, this is how Spider-Man dies in front of us.
Quippy, you want to
Not
roll
again.
over your number. Your number is 4.
This Squeaker Parker has a Peter Piper at home too.
2 successes.
Oh.
One is not made.
2 successes, 1 is not made. But
Oh no, Rick.
I am going to make you re-roll both your successes.
I thought you could always keep an Aunt May.
The Aunt May you can keep,
okay.
Yeah.
but the successes you will have to re-roll.
Well, it was an Aunt May and 1
You'll
success.
get
I
the
mean,
phone
you'll
call,
get your phone
not
call,
the
but-
victory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on.
I believe in you.
Oh, 1 success. So
There's
I'm
still
going
reroll
to
for the
use
Do it.
the one that I just got.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Lucky Dragon Lady!
all right. And yet, you just shoot webbing like this, your mystical webbing down, and it, flies, and you all your heart, you're falling as fast as you can, trying to be aerodynamic, and it just barely catches like the bottom of Peter Parker's feet, and it gets him, and he sort of keeps flying towards the ground, and like just like inches before the ground, he kind of like, pulls back up, and bounces around a little bit, and he's all shook up, and then Diving Bell creates this bubble on the ground, and you just drop him right into the bubble and come down and land right beside him.
Okay.
And
then I kind of like hold him by his shoulders, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Everything's good?"
I think so. I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. Oh my God! Thank you.
Puny Parker.
What's your name?
Flash. Web. Flash.
Well, you saved my life, Web Flash. and it gives you a big hug, Thanks, friend.
Nice.
Dork. I'm glad you're alive.
Gives you this weird look, but he's certainly grateful, and brushes himself off, and he kind of like backs off from you.
Be like, hey, but I know this won't mean. I'm doing good. And I'm doing even better. Just want you to know that. It's really important to me that you know that.
Well, doing good is good. I think. Keep doing it.
Get a better job.
and he looks down and he takes his badge, his security badge, and he kind of rips it from his shirt, and I think that's good advice. And he throws it to the ground. Maybe I'll become a scientist.
Hey, always remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Okay. and he sort of backs off, creeped out. Let's say the spider heroes, you reconvene now down on the sidewalk as Peter Parker disappears.
Maybe Aunt May has met us with a duffel bag full of their costumes.
Yes,
so that
Aunt May has the
Like
costume.
a getaway car.
Yeah, we'll say that
I
Aunt
am
May.
my own getaway car.
Yeah.
Aunt May shows up in Diving Bell's spider buggy, and has all your costumes ready. And
It looks like a submarine.
I think we had some Aunt Mays there.
Yeah.
You had an Aunt May.
I did.
And as Aunt May is here, this Aunt May, do you have any questions?
Will this Peter Parker be okay? Is he gonna go mad scientist?
This Peter Parker is going to go to school to become a scientist, but is not going to be very good at it, and will fail out of class and have to pay his rent by becoming a photographer for the Daily Bugle. And then will eventually work his way up to a local crime reporter editor, and will write stories about street-level superheroes in the Marvel Universe.
Get me pictures of Diving Bell.
Yes. He'll be responsible for pictures of Diving Bell.
Yes.
Oh, I love
We think
that.
he's a
Just
jerk in all
Peter Parker
universes.
who's just like an excellent scuba diver photographer.
Scuba for the scoop, yo.
Yeah. Oh, he runs a blog.
So,
The scuba scoop.
Spider Mouse, you had just hacked the system on your way out, looking for evidence of portals, I think?
Yeah, we were trying to find out about his transdimensional technology.
Okay.
We got lots of printouts.
Spider Mouse has found...
Also, Webb has done this now.
Cool.
Spider Mouse did a search and found all the stuff about transdimensional portals in the computer, and a lot of it, there was a lot, like different blueprints for machines, all sorts of experiments, records of experiments, things like that. Photographs of what are clearly ancient magic texts, all sorts of research on. And we kind of feel that this would be possible to do in, this kind of universe. But many of the blueprints and many of all of this research, it doesn't seem to have been conducted by Dr. Doom. It is all stamped with Fantastic Four logos.
Ooh, someone went thiefy in the night.
Oh.
Stole this from Fantastic Four.
Whoa.
Shall we return it?
Maybe they can help.
I thought that they had been decommissioned. They seemed to be vigilantes, and so the government was really on their case. I don't know if they're still there or around.
Either way, it is the tallest building in Manhattan.
It is.
Well, why don't we go see them?
Apropos of nothing.
Is that
Maybe Dr.
No, don't.
Dr. Reese Richards, maybe Mrs. Fantastic is there.
Yeah, Aunt May, can you take us to the
My
Baxter
dimension.
Building?
Absolutely, and Aunt May kicks the spider buggy into gear. And you are driving up the sides of buildings, leaping from rooftop to rooftop in a car, as Spider-Man is known to do. Well, what's the point of having a spider buggy if it's not as useful as your natural mode of transportation?
Sure,
right?
sure.
Yeah, I mean, look, now they get to experience spiders on wheels and the superior form of transportation that is.
That's right. You are all spider wheels for a moment.
Yeah.
Y'all get woke.
Yeah, and
Is
you
this a
go.
cosplay?
It's not a cosplay.
You get right to the Baxter Building, and when you get there, Aunt May drops you off, and you are standing now at street level, and you look around, and instantaneously, all of your spider senses start going off.
I feel like this could be a cool shot where we all climb out because now we're all in our costumes again and we do a pose and it's like a slow.
Yeah, this is that shot. You're
Yeah.
looking up the building looks down at you, you look up at the building, and yeah, it's your spider sensors are going off, and way at the top of the building, there seems to be this purple glow growing.
The glowing is growing.
Yeah,
does
that
the
looks
purple-
like magic.
Sam
reference.
rhymes.
Does it look
Let
like
us know
the
what
same
you think in the
thing,
chat.
though?
Yeah,
in
that's why
rhyme.
my costume is this color. Because,
That's
all
what
the
you think
magic
about that.
stuff, this always seems to be purple.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, it's just one of those
Fascinating.
things. Like electricity looks like it's blue, but it's really not.
So we racing up this building too?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
was
get
just
to do
gonna
it last
say.
time.
Okay, well, you know what?
Alright.
I'm just gonna say, wasn't there a lot of trouble before when we were? She races up the building.
I want to attach the gloves to my feet and take a leaping start.
Why are we racing?
I'm backing up.
Oh God.
You're backing up?
Yep.
Those
Okay.
characters.
I want a running start at this.
Yeah.
Okay, are we doing the race again?
I mean, I have a separate goal here that
Totally.
I must meet.
Okay. Why don't we... Yeah, let's do the race again real fast. Everybody pull out a D6. We are, for no particular reason...
What's in the lobby of this building?
Okay, the lobby of the building is suspiciously empty and dark.
I'm going to walk in the front door.
Okay. You are going in the front door.
Let them have the race, though.
Okay. So you mosey on in the front door, and the rest of you race.
You
So
know, I'll
everybody-
mosey in with you.
I'm still...
You're moseying in?
Yeah, because
I'm
race. Why are you
yeah.
guys racing? This is weird.
'Cause I didn't get to do it last time.
What are you talking about last
I'm gonna say-
time?
Oh right.
I'm gonna say that Saturday sees them about to race, and she tries to make the Iron Spider
Oh.
suit
You just
race
take off
with
without-
them.
Oh,
because
okay, yeah. So my
as far-
game plan
as far
is to
as she
mosey in with
knows,
you,
this
but
is
You start walking.
yeah. And then I get some racing.
Okay.
Still a bit
So
tired. A bit crampy.
I mean, you can tell her not to, but it's just like, this is what we do.
the three in the race. The first, you're in the race also?
Sure, why not?
Sure. Everybody got a D6?
Yes.
All right, you know the drill. Round 1.
6.
3.
Okay, round 2.
5.
6.
Oh my god.
Damn boy.
1.
1.
1. All right. Guess you, my brother.
1.
Yeah. So he is
5.
he's attached the globes to his feet and from the pavement takes like a leaping start to get to as high as he can on the building. Once he connects, the globes stick and kind of allow him to stay there to steady himself again, to propel himself upward. So he's just like bounding.
Okay. And you make it to the top of the building first. And when you get up there, you see... It's sort of like a portal like the ones you've been dropping through, but instead of just like a solid black spot like the spots, it's sort of glowing purple, and this sort of purple light is kind of spilling out of it. And it's radiating that light pretty far, and as you get closer to it, it sort of like shrinks away from you,
Mhm.
and the closer and closer you get, it kind of keeps getting smaller and smaller. So you get there first, and then
I got a
I got there
total of
second.
5.
you got a total of 5?
Yeah.
All right, you got there second.
Yeah.
So you come up and you see him walking over towards this purple light, and then you arrive. And the three of you are up on the roof. What I'll say is, there is a roof door. That roof door opens, and 4 Doombots spill out.
Oh no.
And they are on the other side of the light from you. You are coming up to the roof last, third person.
I just did a regular foot race up the building.
As your spider stench starts going off, and you turn around and coming in the air
I had
behind
spider stench and I was like,
Spider stench.
That was bad.
That's real.
I know how to talk. You haven't showered in a while. Your spider sense starts going off, and from behind you, you turn around, and inbound by air are 4 more Doombots from behind you.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gotta be fun.
So you are sandwiched between these 8 coming, 4 from each side. Meanwhile, in the lobby, let's say, you two are walking in, and as you walk in, there, standing in the lobby, is Doom.
Oh.
And arms...
That was rather quick.
arms folded, flanked by Doombots.
Oh boy.
He
Do you have your own buggy as well?
Oh, I'm
Buggy.
sorry.
But do you have your own
Oh,
buggy as
sorry,
well?
I was talking to Doom.
Doom
Oh,
buggy.
okay.
Yeah. No, I follow you.
Doom. That is very clever. Doom
That's
is
so
everywhere.
excellent.
Yeah.
On that Doom,
Mr. Doom, what was your campaign slogan? We've been curious.
My campaign slogan was vote for Doom.
Ah.
You could
Eh?
have workshopped that.
Yeah.
a bit longer.
I think so
Eh?
too.
Eh?
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, no,
It's
Dr.
good.
Doom, he kicks back and he takes a step back and he looks at you and he waves his hand and this sort of purple light sort of spreads out over you and he goes, you are not the ones that I want to deal with.
Why is that?
He takes his fist and he smashes it down onto the ground.
Damn, I was gonna try and just stall him.
No,
Wait, but why?
extremely strong, and it sends like a
Oh,
shockwave that let's see if it knocks you both off your feet.
Great.
I would like to try to dig my claws into the ground to steady myself.
Okay, so that's going to be a quippy roll. You want to roll over your number? It's 2. What do you do?
I would like to cloak myself, even if I fall backwards, so he doesn't know exactly where or how I land.
It's a weird.
Okay.
It's cocked.
So that's
was
also
a
you can roll
3.
2. It's a quippy task.
Yeah. Okay, great.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 1 success.
All right. You get 1 success. You manage to avoid getting totally knocked off your feet, and you also manage to, but being only 1 success, neither one of you are really in a position to immediately attack.
Okay, great.
So Doom snaps his fingers, and let's say 2 Doombots appear, and they walk towards you. And then Doom looks towards you, and he's about to snap his fingers again when he sort of stops, and he reads you, and he sort of, I can probably do better than Doombots. And he focuses, and he pulls his hand. And this sort of purple portal kind of opens, and through it you start seeing a familiar form being pulled, like at first just in purple light, but then eventually taking full solid shape. There is Spiderhide, this character.
Oh no.
Your old partner, and
Ben Parker.
Ben Parker of your universe,
Yeah.
having turned evil experimenting with spider serums.
Yeah.
And Doom sort of laughs and he's, this is going to be much more satisfying to watch. And Spiderhide looks you over and smells you and says, I know you.
Of course you know me. You're my best friend.
And now I'm going to kill you. And
No.
Spiderhide leaps straight at you. Roll Quippy. You can roll 1.
Okay.
You want to roll over your number. You are stunned by the suddenness of it. So
Yes.
okay, 1 success. You manage to sort of just get out of his way so you don't take the full brunt of the blast, but he still knocks you with his shoulder and you
Beautiful.
go flying, and Spiderhide flicks a web up to the ceiling, pulls himself up, and sort of disappears into a shadow.
Okay. Oh my God. Are you okay?
Don't worry. You've got this. Go after him.
You sure?
Of course. I can
Okay.
handle these Doomlex.
All right, make a Quippy roll. You want to roll over your number. You
How British.
are
Got to add my culture to this. Thank you very much.
your number is 3.
Yes.
Spider Wolfman, and you can roll 3 because you're fighting
Wonderful.
now. This is
Oh my
what
God.
it is.
I'm brawling.
Yeah,
You
you're
were
brawling.
literally
This is your
interacting
thing.
in the UK.
You said Quippy?
Quippy.
Thank you. 3 successes, 2 around Maze.
Yeah.
So, you want to describe what you do to these 2 Doombots? 3 successes, you got them both.
Sure. Full stance, running speed, just sort of like rapid. When you see a boxer just going at, it's just like, just like destroying speed bag, destroying all of the innards of the motherboards and things. And then as I'm doing that, the other approaches from behind, and it's just one quick shink without looking.
Yes!
And then the top of the bot just kind of goes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And while that is exactly what happens, and while that is going on, you are now being stalked by Spiderhide. We're going to get back to that in 1 second because we're going back up to the roof.
Yeah.
There are
Many
8
bots.
Doombots closing in on you. 4 coming right at you and 4 coming straight at you. You are sort of in the middle there, and what I'll say is while you are there, this purple light starts pulsating at you, and suddenly something sort of like flies out of it, like just faster than almost you can see, and it just lands like right at your feet, and you see this big giant hammer, like a big war hammer, and we'll say there are Avengers in your universe, and this looks very similar to what you have seen before as the hammer of a hero named Thor.
Yeah.
Who can be whatever you want in your universe. Everyone can have a different Thor.
The awesome female Thor.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Lady Thor,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes, you got Jane Foster Thor.
Fuck yeah.
And
Weirdly enough, that's who it is in every universe.
yeah. Why not?
Yeah, and her name's Thor, and if it's anybody else, that's Man Thor.
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. All I need.
And that hammer lands
No
at your
one's
feet,
upset.
and it radiates this positivity and this goodness, and you just know if you are worthy, and only if you are worthy, will you be able to pick up this hammer. So
So do you kill one person or multiple people?
On the A train.
you lay hands on the hammer, and as you start to pull at it, the test of your goodness begins.
All right, let's go.
This is the bad place.
I am Chudi IRL right now. No, she don't know the answers to these.
Yeah,
I am Eleanor. Let's go.
All right.
We're all
Chidi
Eleanor.
would take 3 million
There are 3 questions. They're
Okay.
multiple choice.
Okay.
If you get 1 right, you get the hammer, but you have very little control or influence over it.
Okay.
If you get 2 right, you get the hammer, and you can make it work.
Okay.
And if you get 3 right, you can wield that thing like Thor.
Okay.
So let's start with question number 1.
Okay.
The subject is moral philosophy. Who formulated the greatest happiness principle of utilitarianism? Was it A, John Stuart Mill, B, Jeremy Bentham, or C, Steve Happiness?
You really put 2 utilitarians on there. I think it was Mills.
It was Jeremy.
Was
Ben.
Benzo? You know, fuck Benzo though.
One
That
down.
guy.
Fair.
Who was the Nicomachus that Aristotle named his Nicomachean Ethics after? His son, his father, or his cat?
His father.
It is his son.
Oh no.
I've read the actual Nicomachean.
Hey, I'm O for O right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
am I.
I'm like his cat.
Yeah, it's
These
got
are
to be a cat.
especially for Sam. I
Yeah.
would not have
Yeah.
done this to anyone.
No, it's fair.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who first defined the philosophical notion of the moral imperative? Was it René Descartes, Immanuel Kant, or Gary Gygax?
Kant.
Yes.
That one is
Yes.
easy. Yeah.
But
Okay.
really, for us,
Can
it
I
was
throw one
Gygax.
back at you?
You can.
Who first said, "With great power comes great responsibility"?
Ooh.
It was Ben Parker.
Yeah.
I win.
Uncle Ben.
It was Voltaire.
Voltaire.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
knew that one.
It's fucking dope, this though.
Yeah.
If only that were one of the
I
questions.
know, right? I was really hoping it was.
But you did get one right.
I got one.
So.
Yeah. Hey, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like there's Thor, Vision, and you.
Yeah.
No, I'm Captain America
Dude,
kind
at
of
the
like
party.
makes it wiggle a little bit, but the thing is, he knows he can probably pick it up because he's worthy as fuck, but he doesn't want to shame his friend.
Ah.
So he doesn't actually pick it up, proving how freaking worthy he is. And that is my headcanon on that particular scene.
Yeah.
So you start pulling that thing and it starts coming off the ground and it is at first heavy and then light and then heavy again and it's like it sparks a little and you kind of don't know what's going on and you're struggling with it, but you've got it now. You two,
Yeah.
Doombots are coming.
Yeah.
4 on each side.
Crack, crack.
This is...
Crack.
What do you want to do? Why don't we start with Webb?
Web does this really cool thing where using her interdimensional webbing floats up and she tries to crush the inner mind of the closest Doombot to her. Like using the webbing to just like crunch inside.
Okay. So that is... What do we call that? We'll call that a thwippy task.
I agree.
You want to roll under your number. You can roll 2. You're not the most experienced hero. You're trying to do this on an unfamiliar robot. You want to roll under your number.
Oh,
Your
darn
number
it.
is a 4.
Darn it.
Oh, you give it a shot, but nothing. The Doombots just sort of plow on, and one of them comes by and just knocks you, and you go like flying across the roof.
No.
Let's go back over to Diving Bell.
Okay, so I'll describe it in like a Spider-Man sequence, and then let me know when you want me to roll for things to happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he's going to attach, or he already has the globes on his feet, right, from climbing up, or bounding up the building. So he's going to use those to propel himself up, straight up into the air as high as he can go. And as he's doing this, the Doombots open fire on him. Do they fire with lasers or bullets or?
They fire with bullets.
Bullets. So as he goes up in the air, he forms the globe around him, and they start firing, and they ricochet back at the Doombots.
Okay, sure. I love that. You are an experienced hero. You can roll 3. That sounds like an action-y task. It's quippy, so you want to roll over your number. Your number is
4.
4. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, 2 successes.
2 successes, and yeah, that is exactly what happens. The bullets start bouncing off, and they take out, like, let's say, I mean, given the time, I will say it goes on fast enough that you take out those 4 Doombots, you survey the roof, and now you see the 4 Doombots closing in on Webb, and then you see in the middle of the roof, Spidey is like sort of this hammer pulling around. We will come back to you. Down in the lobby, you are
Chasing after Ben. Calling after him. Come on, Ben. I know you're still in there. This isn't you. And I want to web him, but I want to use, obviously, the Iron Spider.
I do have to inform you, Renee, because of our fall off of the building before, we are only at 70% capacity. The nanites have to regenerate.
Okay, but this is important, so we have to put everything we have into it anyway.
I will have to sacrifice some of your shielding to be able to make it happen.
That's fine.
And you hear this evil cackling coming from somewhere in the shadows.
Keep cackling. It's like the game of Marco Polo.
And then you hear, Marco.
Oh, God.
So the suit is no longer a full suit.
Yeah.
It's protecting, your chest. And you still have
Totally fine.
the iron spider legs.
Yeah.
But your arms and your legs are unprotected.
Great.
Look, worst case,
I
I have
lose
a
an arm.
backup. It's fine. It's great.
Great. Okay. Yes, I would like to try and we have infrared, don't we? Infrared vision.
We do.
Can we use that right now as well to see if we can use that to help target our webbing?
Activating infrared.
Okay.
Okay, roll a thwippy task.
Yeah.
You want to roll under your number.
Yes.
You can roll 1 because the suit's damaged.
Damn.
Yeah, success.
Success. Yeah, I mean the suit's damaged, but you can see flashes of infrared light coming
Great.
from one particular corner, and as you sort of focus on it, you get the feeling that Spiderhide is kind of crouching and watching you and doesn't realize that he can now be seen.
Great. Come on, Ben. Gonna give you just one more chance.
You did this to me.
I know. And I want to thwip. My
Okay.
feelings.
All our collective feelings.
Stop flipping me.
I know.
Roll quippy. You want to roll over your number. You can roll.
Quit playing games with my friends.
Whip.
You can roll
Whip.
2.
Okay, great.
I appreciate all of you.
I appreciate all of
I'm
you.
garbage.
2 successes, 1 on me.
Yeah! Sorry.
Absolutely, yeah. You web Spiderhide, and he doesn't see it coming because he thinks he's hidden in the shadows, and you just pull him right towards you out of the shadows.
Remember that test we took on Voltaire? Then, with great power comes great responsibility.
You said it too, Uncle Ben.
And he looks at you. He's like, "Well, luckily I have great power." And he rears up and he pulls the top of the iron spider, rips it right off.
Oh, is Saturday gone?
We will say that right now Saturday is gone incommunicado, at least for a moment.
Oh yeah, okay.
And Spiderhide just grabs his other arm in and starts trying to wrestle you out of the suit.
Oh, God.
Oh man, I wanna get away. I don't want to hurt him. I want to get away and try and talk him out of it. Lead him out of the shadows. He's gone up. I wanna go back to friends. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay, that's
Ray tries to run.
a quippy task. You
Oh,
want to
yeah.
roll over your number. Your number is 5.
I don't know if
You can roll
I'm still
1.
shadowed. I don't know if you want help.
Yeah, you are in the midst of your battle with the Doombots.
I'm
as
still
that's
fighting.
going on.
But
right?
it's more me trying to close range. He gonna fuck me up because my
Oh, yeah.
armor is down.
Get some
So,
space.
Get some
Yeah.
space and then thwip.
Rage
away.
boy, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. You said 2?
2.
Okay,
Whistle
great.
if you need me.
What am I? What
It's
my number?
quippy. You want to roll over your number.
Yeah, it's
Your
not happening.
number is 5. I see that's 2 failures.
There's one at me.
Okay, there's a success. Okay, you got an Aunt May.
Yeah.
Aunt May pops into your ear. Aunt May, do you have any questions?
Hey, Aunt May. If you thought you were in the last 5 moments of your life, what would you want to say to your best friend?
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Aunt May's like, wow, that's some deep ass
Philosophical
shit. Yeah.
Just making a casserole. Jeez.
I would want to say, I love you.
Oh. Thanks, Aunt May. You always know what to say.
Aunt May out. And the line goes dead.
Yeah. And then I would like to, what do I get with that? What happens? Because I don't say anything yet. So I got one success.
You got one
That
success,
was
right?
on
Okay,
me.
so you got one success when you were trying to get away from him and
Yes.
coax him out, right?
Yeah.
So you definitely wrestle free of him,
Okay,
and
great.
you start pulling away.
Yeah.
And what are you saying to him?
I mean, I'm saying that Ben, you were my best friend. I want to help you, and I'm here to help you, and we can figure this out, and it doesn't have to be this way. And I know that whatever we gave you, or whatever I gave you, made you like this. But I want to fix it. I want to be responsible.
And Ben looks at you, and he's, be responsible. You did this.
I know.
You gave me this great power. Now I'll be responsible for you.
Oh no.
And he turns and he just punches the support beam that is right next to you. And the ceiling comes down on the both of you as you turn around in your battle with the robot, just in time to see the ceiling cave in on Spider-Rave and Spider-Hide. And your spider sense that you are with another spider hero just goes away.
Do I get to do anything, or is that the end of my scene?
I'm gonna say that is the end of your scene.
Am I also collapsed on?
No, the building is
Only
starting
on
to
their
come
side?
down on you.
Okay.
It collapsed on their side very heavily. On your side, it is just starting to come down.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Oh, I thought you said that was the end of my scene.
Oh no, I mean it's the end. It's the end of her scene.
I'm dead.
You are seeing the ceiling cave in.
Oh, I immediately start digging.
You're digging your way out.
Yeah, digging their way out.
Oh, you're going for them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't collapsed. They are. I'm digging them out.
Quippy skills. You want to roll over your number.
Yeah.
You can roll. You can roll 3.
You said Quippy?
Yeah.
Why does none of us have Venom Shock?
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
Resuscitation.
We'll get back to
Great.
you in a moment.
Okay.
We're back up on the
Defibrillator.
roof. And back up on the roof, those Doombots are closing in on Webb. And you show up just in the nick of time, and the two of you are battling when through the bottom of the roof, just the whole thing just kind of pops open, and Victor Von Doom comes shooting on up, glowing with this purple energy all around him, he sort of waves an arm at you two, and you two just go flying off like the Doombots with you.
The two of us.
Yeah, the two of you.
Okay.
The Doombots with you, and what I'll say is you go flying off the side of the building. Why don't you each make a Quippy roll? You can each roll 2 to see how you do falling off the building.
Okay. I will reroll 1
You roll?
I've got 1 success.
1 success, okay.
and 1 success.
1 success. Okay. What I'll say is, the two of you, we will get back to in a second.
Okay.
Von Doom sort of rears up and is, I have enough of these shenanigans and these spiders and these heroes. And he looks down at you and he's, that is not a toy, little one. And he comes down and says, give it here.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it at his feet with my web attached to it, so I can use angular momentum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not that good with the hammer.
Yeah, but you're good with your webs.
It'll stay there.
Yeah.
You know what? So you can roll 3. It's a Quippy roll. You want to roll over your number, and you're just doing web with the.
I'm just using it as like a planted thing that then I can web around.
Okay.
Around him, basically. 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, absolutely. It happens exactly like that. You throw the hammer and it lands sort of at him, and
Yeah, I'm not really that worthy. And then I throw it and pull to start the spin. And you're definitely not!
yeah, and he's just like he, at first, he sort of rears up and the purple light grows brightly, and he's like, "You think you scare me? I'm not afraid of you." And the lightning of the hammer starts like charging up your web. Around him, and Doom starts, sort of shaking back and forth, and it's like, you can see the fear in his face now as he sort of does not know what is going on, and he starts shaking around, and he's just like, no. He's like, I can help you. I know what's happening to you. It's
Ride the
let me
lightning.
free. Ride the lightning?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and it just like that charge like comes up Doom and just starts electrocuting him like sort of over, and it just like it grows so bright. It just there's this flash, and you sort of you can't see anything for a moment, and then when you get your vision back, Doom is gone, and there's just a burnt spot in the middle of the roof where he had been hovering, and you two.
So I've got something.
Yeah.
As we are in the air, I'm going to try to maneuver myself to cling on to you, like onto your back.
Okay.
You and Klingons.
And cling. Kablah! And I'll speak into your ear, and I'll just say "Wrecking Ball Special," and I'll whom a bubble over the both of us.
Yeah, and that absolutely works, and that bubble falls over you, and it's a bouncy ride. But
Oh, well, because
Well, I have
Yeah.
an interdimensional weapon. Yeah, so I
Oh.
just like do a
Yeah.
to get right back on top of the roof.
okay,
Yeah.
you rolled ones, but that's cool enough. I'm gonna let that go.
Yeah.
And you get back up on the roof, and while you were there, you find Spidey, who is just sitting looking over this spot where Doom once stood.
In shock.
In shock. The hammer sits right there in the middle of the roof.
Hey, where's Doom?
Did you murder the mayor of New York City?
He wasn't worthy?
You're not wrong.
And then from the roof stairway emerges Spider Wolfman, holding the body of Spider Rave in his arms.
What's wrong with her? What do we have to do? Do we have to get her to a hospital?
Yeah.
I can't feel her. The building collapsed.
I can't feel her either.
No.
Well, no.
No. She's just learned to
she's
swim.
got she's
No.
got that hyper, high tech nano suit. I mean,
It's gotta help. Something's
it's
gotta help.
do something.
No.
The portal that was up here before, was it coming from like a machine? And is that still open?
No, it wasn't coming from a machine, and what you just see is there's sort of just like this sort of dim ball of purple light just sort of floating there. It's not quite portal sized anymore, but there's certainly something still there.
I'm not sure how any of this really works, but maybe if you take her to another dimension or another universe, they might be able to help.
We have to try.
It's worth a
We
shot.
could try. I tried
Cradle
to expand it into
body.
a portal
Okay.
that we can go through.
You know what? Roll a Thwippy skill. You want to roll under your number, you can roll 2. You're using your magic to see if you can do this.
I rolled my number as a success.
Okay, so that's 1 success. You know what? That seems perfect. And that ball sort of widens slightly, and as it widens, you feel kind of this chilling wind come through it, and you feel that magic vibe that you've felt twice before of somebody sort of watching you, that presence that you keep feeling over and over again. You feel it just sort of blowing out of the portal. But, no time to really think about this at this point.
I don't know where this goes. Just so y'all know.
You have to try.
It might help. Full speed run.
Right after you.
Yeah.
We all jump in.
All right.
I'm actually going to stay behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guard your verse.
There's a big power vacuum here now. We got to make sure the right person gets into office. And,
Yeah.
you
Take
know,
care of Glenn.
He might be the right person.
He's got the hair for it.
Please, save her.
Can you look after Peter Parker? He used to work in the mayor's office.
Sure, I guess.
Thanks.
It was a blast.
Yeah. I throw you a whistle.
A whistle.
Yeah. It's kind of my thing. Just if you ever need help or need reminding that there is help.
It's a dog whistle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here, you can take the mouse too.
Oh.
We don't know
need a mouse.
We don't know what universe this
It's wireless.
Yeah, and on that,
I would just like to cannily make it known that I grabbed as much of Saturday's mainframe as I could find in the Rebel.
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, so
Okay.
you got that.
'Cause
And
she was sort of out of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and on that, I will say you jump through the portal, and you jump through the portal holding the body of Spider-Rave, and you jump through the portal. And last time where you fell sort of through this
The
sort of
spider door.
starscape, this time you just fall through more of this purple light. And when you come down, you land once again hard on a rooftop.
I need to up my suspension before we do this again.
And yeah, you look around, and it's New York City. Very familiar to all of you. And you know what? And I'll say, and once again, as you are standing there, you hear the sound of footsteps land on the rooftop behind you. As a new spider hero lands right behind you, who we will meet next week in Spiderverse Part 3. And that spider...
Every time they do the jump, they hope the next jump is the one home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spider Quantum Leap verse. Part 3 next week. Sam Beckett shows up.
Oh God.
We will have Scott Bakula here next.
Scott Bakula!
No, Scott Bakula's not coming. But our new spider hero will be played by Amy Dallin. So Amy will be here next week. And
Spider Army.
Sam will be back. And Rave is dead, and Xander stayed behind in his universe, and
refuse to
Gina will be
accept
back, and Marquia will be back.
Too bad.
And oh my God, that was great!
That
Thank
was
you.
so
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing
This
the
was so much fun.
feels
Yeah.
and just like the action.
Excuse me, you.
Yeah.
Still in tater
Thank you for
Yeah.
Glenn Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Glenn Stacy.
Sorry we had to.
I should.
Yeah, I'm sorry we had to kill Rave. Anyone could wear the mask, but it is dangerous.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But this
We'll see
was
about that.
just
Save her.
so much fun, and thank you everybody for unlocking all the rewards and stuff. This was so much fun. So glad we got to do the philosophy quiz.
Yeah.
I am so embarrassed that I got my utilitarians confused.
I love the mini race game.
That was nice.
That was great.
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
Also, for anybody curious, diving bell spiders do exist.
Oh, yeah, totally
And
a thing.
Oh, totally.
I was so hyped when I heard you say that.
Yeah,
For more on the diving bell spider,
Check out Wikipedia.
Spider facts.
So real fast, let's go around the table and let the good people know where they can find you, starting with
And
Xander.
also the rest of
I
it.
am Xander, and you can find me on the internet at Xanderific with 2 R's and 1 F. I don't know where this camera is.
It's right there.
It says camera.
Okay. Xanderific with 2 R's and 1 F. Let's see, what's coming up? I have Dungeon Master, the interactive stage show next Sunday, but you're going to be watching this, so that's fine. But we are streaming it, so that's
check
gonna
out
be
the VOD.
soon.
Check out the VOD, yeah.
I think Geek and Sundry's going to be hosting it, so that'll be fun. And then
The Light Frontier's still going on.
we're Live Frontiers. There's going to be a new episode on Tuesday, and every Tuesday moving forward until the season ends. And LA by Night, the Vampire the Masquerade, is going on Fridays on the Geek and Sundry Twitch. And then, of course, Live
LA by
Arts.
Night is great. Check out LA by Night.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, my name is Ravity. You can find me at _Ravity at twitter.com. Starfinder is coming back
Oh,
on
yeah.
Tuesday.
That's at Scabby Rooster. Oh, no, here.
We're actually doing it at Paizo.
Oh.
So watch us on Paizo at 7:30 on Tuesday. I'm bringing back my murder machine. She betrayed everyone last game, so we'll see how she comes back this season.
Wait, did you play a trash fire?
I did play a trash fire.
Wow, that's out of
Weird.
character. For you.
Very out of character.
Sorry.
See that coming.
Really expanding my repertoire here. But yes, come watch us. It's gonna be great. Garnet Laser Fresh is back. And yeah, watch my space on Twitter. I'm doing some cool stuff this month. And it's starting next weekend, which is why I can't be here, and hence my dead body. So yeah, it'll be cool.
Taking the hope away from them.
Too bad.
Meta. This is meta.
Hi, I'm Sam DeLev. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, CHAIKOVSKY. You can catch me on Mondays along with the stellar Gina DeVivo for Flunders and Blunders, the D&D comedy podcast we do with our friends. There might be some fun special guests coming up in
the relative soon time. So stay tuned to that. Also, stay tuned because this Friday on Geek and Sundry's Twitch at 4 p.m.
Oh,
Is coming back! Also, with the phenomenal Gina DeVivo.
Yay!
Who is Gina DeVivo? Like, it pitches itself. As well as on Sundays, you can catch me on Q Times, Queue Times, Twitch channel from 12 to 3 p.m. for The Uncommon Trust Presents. We are playing Hillfolk.
Yay!
That will be our second session. The first 2 sessions will be up on YouTube. The session 0 already is. Seriously, I've plugged this before. I will plug it again. Hillfolk Session 0 is theftable for, like, all systems. Watch that video. Theft Hillfolk. And what's this?
Also, piggyback off of, if you're a Callisto 6 fan, keep an eye on the Geek and Sundry Twitter on Monday, especially.
There's good stuff coming.
It's so nice. Everyone pitches for me. It literally
But
pitches
you already
itself.
have you pitch itself. Go see Gina.
Yeah, come see me, Gina DeVivo, on Twitter, Pocket Gina. And we just came back. Weave Society is now TBD RPG, so check that out.
That name seems so unfamiliar to me.
I know.
Weird.
It rolls right off the tongue because, you know, quite fond of it. That's Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. Over at Geek and Sundry. And if you're interested in other podcasts, Champions of the Earth is our angsty, teen, hormonal, you know, kids with powers.
Sometimes super feels.
Kids with powers and lots of hormones. So check that out.
Cool. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Markia McCarty, MarkeiaMcCarty. Right now, this is the only RPG show that I'm doing.
Whoa.
So I know.
no.
I didn't realize that.
Me
yeah.
too. Don't let them intimidate you. They're
Yeah, no,
12
I'm
each,
just
but-
gonna have to change that now.
Yeah.
So here on Sundays, Monday through Friday, you can see me on DC Daily. That's on DC Universe.
Yay.
Yes,
You're
real
so
fun.
cool.
So we just
You're
talk
cool.
comics and movies and TV, and Young Justice has
Ooh.
started. They dropped the other 3 episodes, so yeah,
Ooh,
we're
I have to
talking
catch
about
up.
that.
I know I gotta catch up too.
It's so worth
Ooh,
it. Season
good.
3 is so good.
Okay,
oh my
okay,
god.
okay.
So yeah, we talk all things like that. And if you like movie fights with Screen Junkies, I will be doing that on Thursday.
Oh,
Yay!
really?
Do you know who you're up
Yeah.
against?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just know I'm for the 17th.
Yeah.
And if you loved Into the Spiderverse, I did do an Into the Spiderverse movie fights that you can see on Screen Junkies channel. It's me versus Coy Jandro and Ed Greer.
Oh,
heck
yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
it
I'm
is
gonna go
a-
watch that right now.
It was a tough
actually,
So it's well worth it.
Yeah.
It really is.
Wow.
And if you like live improv and you happen to be in Los Angeles, this Saturday on the 19th, one of my improv groups, Black by Popular Demand, we will be performing in North Hollywood. It is at, it's not at Revolution Theater. It is at not Acme
Pack?
Theater. It's not the Pack. It's the place where Comedy Sports is.
Oh, IO?
No. that's-
Stay tuned to Marquis'
Yeah,
Twitter.
check Marquis'
It's gonna be on
Twitter.
my Twitter and my Instagram. Sorry, I thought it was at Revolution Theater, but it is not. It is a bigger theater down the street, and I can't remember the name. 'cause
They're
I
too
have not
popular
performed there
for small
before.
Oh, in
theaters.
North Hollywood.
But that'd be the 9 o'clock hour on Saturday, and I'll put it on my Twitter. So.
Awesome. I am Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter at rbud913, or you can follow the show at Tempting Fate RPG on Twitter or Instagram. I will be back here next week with Sam and Markia and Gina and Amy Dowling for part 3 of Into the Spiderverse. And I don't know. I think that's it. I think the next saving throw thing gets Starfinder on Paizo on Tuesday. And then Iron Keep on Wednesday. Check those out. Both great. And that's it. Thank you, everybody. This was so much fun.
Thanks for being our resident neighborhood diving bell.
Yeah. It's amazing to have you. I want
friendly
a
aquatic spider
series
base.
about diving
Oh,
bells.
Me too. I love that.
Yeah, I'm super here for
That's
it.
why you were like, create a spider soda. I was like, I got it.
You knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for everything, for all the subs and the donations, and that's it. Thank you for Tempting Fate with us.
Thank you.
Yay.
like opera when it's played with harmony. But if you want to be classy, play me something just gas. And you make